think, Mario? Can we have an opera season this year?
Not this year and not the next year. You saw what it looked like inside. Boom, boom. All about mouth.
Oh, I'm heartbroken. I miss the lights. I miss the music. I miss the opening nights. I come on the stage.
Don't remind me. I miss it too. I miss the crowds, the excitement, the profits. I could cry.
Well, Mario, is there some way we can fix up the opera house?
Now how? We need the plaster, the board, the nails, the tools, and we got nothing. How can we fix up?
Fortunatissimo per verità, solo il factotum della città, solo il factotum della città, della città, della città, della città.
Hold it, you opera lovers. Hey, Verge, how about an encore?
Why, sure thing, Skip. I'm just getting warmed up.
Oh, come on.
Rosa, you heard that?
Si, Virgil, he has a beautiful voice.
Not Virgilia's voice, McHale's voice. He just called them opera lovers. Our problem is just been solved.
What do you talk about?
The United States Navy gonna fix up our opera house, with your help, of course.
What do you got in the mind of Lugato? He's honest?
Rosa, would I, Mario Lugato, mayor of Voltafiore, ask you to do something that was not honest? If I don't tell you the truth, may I be struck from above.
Days and this great big world will be divine, little girl, when you're mine, oh mine.
Those are absolutely beautiful. You.
Pumpkin, and happy anniversary from Teddy Bear. Well, how was it, Elroy? Think she'll like it? That was our song.
Oh, she'll just love it, sir. Just love it. I'll gift wrap it right now so that you can get it off on the afternoon mail plane.
No. I want to play it back. I think I hit a wrong note in there.
Oh, sir, there were so many that were beautiful, sir. We'll play it right now, sir.
Little girl, you're the one girl for me, little girl.
That do, Captain.
McHale, what's the meaning of you and this goof barging in here like this?
Boy, I don't blame you for being mad, sir. Hey, wow, you got stuck with a bum record.
Boy, I'll say, you ought to get your money back. So it sounds warm.
Oh, brother, get a load of that.
Shut up.
Well, it's a good thing you shut him up. I've heard of some lousy singers, but wow.
Have you know that was me singing?
It was. Say, you know, Skip, I kind of liked it myself.
So did I. You know, it had a sort of a lilt to it. Unusual, but very good, sir.
Really? I thought it had. Now knock it off. You're not fooling for me. It just so happens I recorded that song for my wife. It's her anniversary.
Anniversary? Oh, congratulations, sir. Congratulations.
She's kind of cute. Got a lot of wrinkles, kind of cute, though.
But, how dare you touch my voice? And as far as my voice is concerned, I'll have you know that I sang the baritone lead in my yacht club show 3 years running.
No kidding. Boy, that's lucky. In music appreciation, I was just a listener. Yeah, I'm tone deaf.
You cut that out. Get down the airstrip. The plane is in with your supplies. Go down there and take inventory.
Well, now, wait a minute. Let's listen to it again. Maybe we misjudged this whole thing.
Get your grubby hands off of my... Ah!
Look at he's going to sing again.
Did I hear you right? You mean you want me to sing the male lead in your new opera?
That's right.
That's great, Virgil.
Of course, you're right. Just look at them. Virgil and Rosa are two new big opera stars.
Well, what do we sing and when do we start?
We start rehearsal immediately. Immediately after you boys are fixed up at the opera house. Now, first...
Oh, wait a minute. Hold it. What do you mean, fix up the opera house?
Well, the opera house needs a little fixing. The smaller things, like a new stage, a new seats, a new wall, a new roof.
Stop at a boat.
What are you trying to pull, anyway?
How are we supposed to repair the opera house?
Should have known there was an angle.
But the angle, there's no angle. You boys are just to get to the supplies, and then you pitch in, and then Virgil becomes a big opera star, eh?
Oh, now, look, guys, this is my big chance. We can do it.
Oh, you're making me so happy. And the opera should be so beautiful.
Oh, and the intermission are beautiful, too. We sell a popcorn, a candy bar. Listen, I give you 50% of everything we sell. What do you say, partners, huh?
Partners? We say you're right. And the opera, she will be so beautiful.
They were caught red-handed, sir, just as they were pulling away from the Army warehouse.
That's foul luck. It's too bad that McHale and Parker weren't with them, and then we could have got rid of the whole caboodle. All right, guards, take them away.
You can't do this, Captain. It ain't fair.
Come on, move.
Hey, wait a minute. Hold it. Wait. Okay, Captain, what's this all about, sir?
Well, I'll tell you, Alibaba. The band of thieves are on their way to the pokey. That's what it's all about.
That's right. They were caught stealing all those building supplies, and we are going to tell the general about this. And when he finds out, he is certainly...
Shut your mouth. We don't have to explain anything to him. Well... All right, take them away.
Now, wait a minute. Look.
It's a phony rap.
Look, Captain, my boys have done anything wrong. Look, I can take care of him. I can punish him.
Yeah, we could really crack down. We'll send her to bed without their supper.
Nothing to bed without their... Oh. A few places I could send you, you goof.
Sir, here comes the mail truck, sir.
Quit poking me. I don't care about
But,
that.
sir, your record for pumpkin. Mrs. Binghamton, your record.
For heavens, all this commotion, I didn't even... Soldier!
Now, wait a minute. Look, we could even take away the powder.
Get away!
Look out!
Oh, boy. Well, I guess I goofed.
I guess you did, Parker. You broke my record.
Well, it's just because I've had more chances. Now, I'm sure you can win it back.
I mean, a record I made for my wife, you dolt.
Oh, no. Wait a minute, sir. Calm down. Maybe we can work this thing out.
What's the punishment for hitting an ensign?
10 years, sir.
A dumb ensign?
Same thing, sir. Take it easy, sir. Sir, now look, we've got a lot to do. First, I'm going to help you to make a nice new record, sir. Then I'm going to help you to prepare some nice court-martial papers for those boys. They're thieves.
Boy, what a mess.
Oh, you didn't help it any, I'll tell you that. But what gets me is why those 8-balls would want to steal any junk like that.
McHale, I'm so glad you're back. Oh, good. I suppose the boys have told you about the fixing the opera house for Virgin and Rosa, eh?
What opera house?
Come on, quick,
Wait a minute.
How can you keep stolen army supplies under the nose of Captain Binghamton? That's no good.
You mean you and... Lugato.
You mean the boys that didn't... Lugato, why don't you keep your big mouth shut?
Well, I just hope it didn't hurt my throat, all that yelling. And I don't want to disappoint Pumpkin.
Oh, no, sir.
How's it sound? Mama.
Higher, sir.
Higher. Me. Huh?
Sounds wonderful,
Good.
sir. Voice,
Right.
fine. Sir, as soon as we finish this record, I will personally take it over to the airstrip so that it makes that afternoon mail plane.
Good.
Rosa, I'm glad you passed by so you could tell him. I did it just for you and Virgil, and to make a big, nice opera house for Voltafiore. I rest my case.
You should rest your mouth.
Yeah.
You say boarding, she's not stealing, and now McHale's the boys in a bigger
Rosa,
trouble.
yeah.
Say un ladro, my
No,
son.
McHale, no ladro, McHale, you don't do that.
Hold it just a minute. Will you silencio? Hold it. This is no time to argue.
I lost my opera house.
What do you mean you lost your opera house? I just lost my whole crew. What are you hollering about? Well, we gotta figure some way out of this mess.
Ladro, I swear to
Don't
God.
be going. Don't be going, ladro. Please.
You're the one girl for me.
Hey, quiet in there!
Shh, that's Captain Binghamton.
Porca la miseria, such a voice. Only a mother could love.
I'm a mother. I hate it.
Oh, son, I'm not too fond of it. I'll shut the window.
No, hold everything. Hold it. I got a plan.
You got a plan? What is it?
Look, I think I can got something here. We can take my boys off the hook and get you a new opera house.
Meraviglioso! Bravo, McHale! Bravo!
How we do this?
No, look. We're gonna have to convince him to sing the lead in your new opera company.
Wonderful to sing the little. That horrible voice! That's a sick cow! Listen to him!
Look, you want an opera house, don't you? I want to get my boys out of the break. Look, you two are going to have to put on an act that's going to make him... It's going to make him feel that he wants...
Am I listening to that horrible voice?
No, I absolutely refuse.
Positively not. You're not going to get me to sing with that off-a-key fog on.
Stop the boat. Rosa, we through arguing?
Si.
All right, then we do what McHale said. What's your plan?
Play it back, Elroy. I want to make sure it's right.
Oh, sir, it sounded perfect to me.
Little girl, you're the one girl for me.
The voice! That's a wonderful voice! Who belongs to such a wonderful voice? Oh, it's a record. I should have known. Such a gorgeous voice. Too beautiful to be human.
Do you realize you just barged in here and you like the voice?
Shh. Who is it? Is it the Mario Lanza? No. Shh. Oh, it's a Caruso. See, no. It's a no Caruso. He doesn't have that much heart.
Mrs. Giovanni, the voice you're listening to happens to be the...
Elroy, let her guess. Try Lawrence Melchior.
It's a Lawrence Melchior.
Oh, it's me.
Oh, come on. You make a big joke with the Rosa.
Oh, get a lot of this. Little girl, you're the one.
It is really here.
Little girl, you're as sweet as...
What a beautiful voice. Who belongs to that magnificent throat?
Look, I'm so glad you come. Here is that magnificent throat.
Carissimo. Rosa, you found him.
Found who?
The star, the leading man of our new opera company.
Opera?
The famous Voltafiore Opera Company. We have looked high and low for a man with a voice worthy enough to sing with our Rosa.
Opera? You really think I could?
Monsieur, I heard the golden tones.
Well, I do sing a little, as you heard, but I mean, my only stage experience were 10 consecutive performances at our yacht club.
Yacht club. That's enough for us. Rosa will be honored to sing with you. I gotta tell the others.
Others?
But sure, the people have been gathering outside your window just to hear your magnificent voice.
Sir, he's right. There's a whole group of townspeople gathering outside.
Oh, this is amazing. I mean, I knew I was good, but magnificent. Well,
My friends, quiet, silenzio, per piacere, silenzio. Our beloved military governor has agreed to sing for you in person.
little girl, you're the one girl for me, little girl. Look at your ways. Gosh, I didn't even open up yet.
Then you will sing with her, Rosa, and be the big new star.
I mean, how can I disappoint my fans? Is that the price price we have to pay to get out of here?
We have to listen to Binghamton sing opera?
I'll deal that at a firing squad. Well, I'd rather face the firing squad.
Skip, I got a weak stomach.
Listen, Skip, I was supposed to sing the lead in that opera.
And
He sings down good.
All right, hold it. Wait, is that all the thanks we get? You're out of the brig, there's no court-martial. All you gotta do is help rebuild the opera house and listen to Binghamton sing one performance. Now, I'd say you're getting off pretty easy.
Easy? Oh, my aching back.
What about my aching ears?
Now, Skip, that is a bum rap.
I'll bum rap you.
Wait a minute, I think I have a frog. Spray, all right. Spray.
Yes, sir. Open wide, sir.
Would you watch out, you ninny? That's my golden throat.
Me, fa, 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 so, 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 so.
Sir.
What are you men doing here? Why aren't you at work? If that opera house isn't finished by opening night...
Maestro, please, Maestro. It's your golden throat.
Oh, you're right, Elroy. Right. The opera house isn't finished by opening night. I'm going to turn you over to the army.
And have you shot?
You did a pretty good job in there, boys. How's it coming out here?
Well, we're almost done.
Well, this has been work, Skip.
Skip, the work I don't mind. But we have to sit through this thing.
You not only have to sit through it, but tonight, after it's all over, we're all gonna yell bravo.
Yeah, and just to make sure we get it right, we're going to practice. All right, now let's hear it. Bravo!
Bravo! Come on, bravo!
Thank you, Fan. Thank you. All right, now, McHale, this is important. Now, I want these cushions placed front row center.
Front row center, what for, sir?
For General Bronson and his aides.
You heard him, fellas. General Bronson and his aides?
What's the matter with that, McHale? I'll have you know when I sang in the yacht club, people came from far and wide to hear me.
But,
Elroy.
Sir.
I want you to put in a call for Eisenhower and Montgomery for next week's performance.
Isn't he wonderful?
General Bronson, holy jumping Hannah.
Skip, we gotta do something and fast.
General here's lead bottom hit a high note. We are dead.
I'm headed back to the brig, huh?
Wait a minute, Gruber. Now, look, let's all get our noggins together. We can come up with something.
Hey, Skip, I got an idea. Look,
Suppose when the general gets there.
well, what do you think?
Murder must be one of those fly jockeys from the new airstrip giving his signorina a buzz.
What'd you say, Mr. Parker?
Yeah, we couldn't hear a word you were saying. Never mind. It wouldn't work anyway.
Now, wait a minute. That plane. It drowned out Mr. Parker's voice. Couldn't hear a thing, right? Well, if it could work for that, why couldn't it work for singing?
You mean old golden throat, then?
Why not? Look, all we have to do is to go out to the airstrip, make a recording of those P-38s coming in, the loud ones, and tonight when the curtain goes up,
All right, clear the stage. Clear the stage. I don't want any visitors. I don't want anybody back here who isn't in showbiz.
All right, calm down now, sir.
How can I calm down? This is my first opera.
I know.
What do you think by a crack like it? Carpenter! Right here, sir. Don't ever sneak up on me on an opening night.
It makes me very happy to escort you and your brave soldiers to your cushions. Over there.
The general is here. I've got to go and get dressed. 2 minutes! McHale, will you tie that boob up?
Yes, all right.
Down the lights! All right, everybody clear here, clear. Don't let me catch anybody whistling backstage.
No whistling.
And nobody walking under the ladder.
Not on the bed.
No, don't put any beds on the hats. And what's the thing you break?
Your leg.
Break your leg. Get him away from me!
Boy, is he ever nervous. He's nervous. Brother, if my plan doesn't go through on this thing, the next show will be putting on his 11 with Polly's. Hey, are you guys all set up? You got that loudspeaker all hooked up?
Ready to roll, loud and clear.
Hey, Willie, stand by.
Felice verso
I can't hear a thing.
You're lucky. I mean, you're real lucky to have your noisy air forces to protect us. Captain of Binghamton has a wonderful voice.
Can you hear him?
Sure, I got the 20/20 ears.
So far, we're doing okay, but I think he's starting to sing louder. Willie, turn that record over. We'll give him the twin-engine bomber noise.
I can handle it. I'll get it. Let me try.
Oh, let me get it. Chuck, what'd you do?
Now, don't worry. I was very good at jigsaws.
What happened?
Mr. Parker just broke the record. Now it's our turn to break one, the 4-minute mile. Let's
No,
have it.
wait a minute. Hold it. Don't lose your head. Quiet, hold it. Oh. Come here, quick.
Outrageous tricks. You're deliberately trying to sabotage my debut.
Oh, no, Captain. We're just trying to help you.
Help me? I don't. What kind of help is it? The general is out there. He's waiting to hear me sing.
But Captain...
Don't you Captain me. I'm going out there and I'm going to sing. And if any of you men come out on that stage or make one single solitary little sound, then I'm going to run you through. You've seen one of these.
Somebody up there likes us.
You've gone too far this time. Now, you turn off that air raid, sir, or I'm going to call the MP.
But, sir, it is an air raid. Come on, we better take shelter.
Hands off from me. It's just another one of your tricks. By the way, just another one of McHale's tricks. You haven't heard me sing.
What are they doing to my opera house? They're wrecking it again.
I don't care about your opera house. I want to sing.
McHale, quick, get that wild man out of here and into a bomb shelter immediately.
Why you heard the general? Get him out of here. I don't want to.
Binghamton, I don't know when I've had such an enjoyable evening, air raid and all.
Well, I'm glad you liked it, sir.
Yes, when I first came down here, I thought you were going to sing real opera. That show was hilarious.
Hilarious?
Yes, and that was brilliant, that part of you putting in the sound effects when you were supposed to sing. Absolutely hysterical.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, too. How about the part when he blew the horn in my face?
That's a great show. If I can swing it, I'm going to have you repeat your performance before my fighting men on the front lines.
Thank you very much, General. The front line?
Yes, well, gentlemen, back to the war, and a hearty well done.
General, I wear glasses, General. My back hasn't been... Why don't you take carpet? Oh, sure.
Well, that's our captain, boys. He can't sing, but boy, can he act.
All right, the soldier boys. The lucky fountain of Volta Fiore is now open. You want a good luck? Just to throw in a lira and your wish to come true. Thank you very much. All right, the soldier boys. Anybody want to change? Change? Anybody want to just throw in?
That's nice. That's nice.
All right, what is going on here? What is it?
Buongiorno, Capitano. Please, everybody, step back. I'm sure the Capitano wants to make a wish. Just to throw a lira in the fountain, and you got a good luck.
I'm not throwing anything in any place. Now, get out of here. Scram, vamos.
Hey, wait a minute. What's this vamoose? You got a big nerve.
Don't you tell me what I've got, because I know what you've got. You've got another racket going. That's what you've got.
Commissario, who do you think you are, insulting the historical good luck fountain of Volta Fiore?
I am the military governor. That's who I am.
Well, you know who I think you am? I think you am a big pain in the neck.
How dare you talk to me like that?
Well, all right, I talk another way. Lei sei un imbecille, il più grande imbecille in tutto il mondo.
What is he saying? Is that dirty?
I don't know, sir. I haven't got my dictionary.
Well, get a detail over here and close this phony thing up on the double.
Wait a minute, you can't do that.
All right.
I'm gonna write to you, President, and get you fired.
You get your finger out of my nose.
Well, you get your long nose out of my business.
You beat it, you phony. Beat it. Beat it.
All right, I go. But first, I gotta take out the coins from my fountain.
You're not taking anything out of any place. You bilked United States servicemen out of those coins, and they belong to them.
You flip, you lead. This is mine. Who do you think pays the water bill? Please excuse me. Excuse me.
Perfectly all right. Excuse me.
Excuse me.
I want you to give it a second thought, Mac. Oh, no, Mac.
Well, Volta Fiore, here we come.
There'll be a hot time in the old piazza today, huh?
Italian dictionary. I want to talk to my date.
Who wants to talk? I like pantomime. Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
Hey, Chuck, what's cooking? Huh? Oh, nothing. Why? Smell something burning?
No. What I meant was, you got a date for today?
Me? Oh, no, I'm just gonna take some snapshots from a scrapbook, you know, some of the historic ruins.
Why don't you take a picture of Gruber's date? I've seen her.
Pretty funny, huh?
Look, a rugged-looking guy like you, why, I should think you'd have all the gals chasing you.
Why, sure thing, Mr. Parker. You're a tiger.
Sure, you're a cinch. You know how the dames go for a guy in uniform.
Hey, you don't have to tell me. That's how I lost my girl back home. She ran off with a fireman. Nah, I never have any luck with girls.
Skip, I sure feel sorry for Mr. Parker.
Yeah, me too.
Well, stop feeling sorry and let's do something for him.
You mean find him a girl?
Oh, that should be tougher than the D-Day landing.
Well, look, we've got to convince him he's not a loser. It's not all bad luck. I think I got a way.
Tell us. What
Wait a minute. Look, this may sound crazy, but the mayor just opened up that phony good luck fountain of his, right? Well, why don't we use it to get Mr. Parker a girl?
He'll never go for it. Why, anybody with half a brain knows it's a fake. But then again, we're talking about Mr. Parker.
Let's try. What do we got to do?
I tell you, Chuck, I got a feeling today's going to be your lucky day.
Yeah, me too. I think I'm going to get some great pictures, boy. Hey, what'd I tell you? Say, pardon me. Hey, grab me over.
Look, boys, we gotta work fast. Now, look, Virgil, I want you to go in and find Maria. I know she'll help. Now, hey. Hey, Mayor Lugato. Why isn't the phone working? How come you got it all boarded up?
I don't got it boarded up. You know who got it boarded up? That Capitan of yours with the eggplant for a head.
Oh, murder. He would. Now, tell me, Mr. Mayor, why did he do it?
Why did he do it? Because he had the nerve to call this famous, historical, gorgeous, good like a fountain of Voltafiore, a phony wreck.
Well, isn't it?
Why, sure, but that's none of his business. I hope it's a gold braid that turns green.
Busy, busy, busy. It's one staff meeting after another. Certainly not easy to be a military governor.
Here comes that cockamamie Capitano right now.
Fare my yourself. Get away from the Jeep. I'm on my way to the airstrip.
Oh, good. They send you back to the United States, magnifico.
The captain is not going back to the States. He is going to Palermo for 2 days to a staff meeting.
And when shut your big mouth. You don't have to explain anything to him.
Have a nice trip, Captain. Have a nice trip.
Arrivederci.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Aloha.
Good riddance.
Oh, get out. This bunch is up to something, I can tell that.
Oh, no, sir.
When I get back here, this town better be exactly the way I left it. Shove off, big mouth.
Bye, Captain. Bye. Bye-bye, sir. Bye.
Skip, what a break. Yeah, when the rat's away, us cats will play.
Maybe we can still help Mr. Parker.
Hey, maybe you're right. Hey, what do you say, amigo? Do you think you could open up the fountain there just for a little while?
Well, I like it to, it's a big risk.
Oh, well, how big do you figure it would be? Maybe in the neighborhood of 50 lira?
Well, I like a much nicer neighborhood, the 200 lira. Well, it's not nice for honest man to go against the military governor's orders.
100 lira.
I open up. All right, boys, we open up. Come on, let's go. It's whipping time. Step right up. You want to luck, turn a buck. A buck for luck. Thank you very much.
Maria, we'll never forget you for doing this for us.
You'll be making a lonely American very happy. The Navy will remember you forever.
You're very patriotic.
See, and also I'm out of nylons. But how do I know this Mr. Parker? What does he look like?
Well, now, I'd say he's kind of, he's sort of like, I think he's...
You save yourself the trouble, Skip. There he is.
Yeah, that's him, Maria.
I'm afraid this is going to cost you 2 more pair of nylons.
Oh, no, wait a minute. You said... All right, cough them up, boys.
No.
No?
Yes.
There go the last of my secret weapons.
All right. Now, Maria, before you get these, this is what we want you to do.
I take a picture of you while you throw the coins in the fountain, all right?
Hey, yeah. That'll make a great picture. Hey, boy, hey, could you lend me a couple of coins?
Use your own coins. It's your picture.
Well, I don't have any. All I got's a dollar bill, no coins. You just,
Now you got a coin. Throw in the coins in the fountain and make a wish. You want to be admiral? The fountain is going to help you.
Buongiorno, signor Sindico.
Buongiorno.
Hey, Chuck. Hi, Skip. How are you? I'm going to have my picture taken by the mayor. You know, he says I could be an admiral just by throwing a coin in a fountain. Kind of silly, isn't it?
Please, don't call my fountain silly, eh?
That's right, Chuck. Now, this good luck fountain really works.
All the time.
Sir, never misses.
Well, if I had the choice of wishing to be an admiral or meeting a beautiful doll, I know what I'd pick.
You do?
Yes, sir. Being an admiral's a cinch. But glomming onto a beautiful gal, that doesn't happen every day.
I'd be happy to happen to me once a year.
Well, come on and give it a try. What do you got to lose?
The only kind of luck I ever have is bad luck.
Look, why don't you do like Tinker says? Why don't you wish for a beautiful signorina?
Well, okay.
Wait a minute. Here, let's take a picture while you're doing it. Here we go. Hey, I got a lovely perfect shot. Chuck, from now on, you're going to have nothing but great luck.
That's right.
You think so? Nothing's happened yet.
Oh, well, the fountain doesn't work just like that, but soon. No, you got to give a little time. You Americans are always in such a big rush.
Help! Please! My bicycle is running away.
Quick, Chuck! Somebody save her!
Oh.
Yeah, a runaway bike. Somebody better do something.
You, Chuck. You're the closest.
Yes, sir. All right, hold it, lady. Here, I can help.
Grazie. Saved my life.
Well, you're welcome, Miss Grazzi, but please, we haven't been introduced.
I need to introduce you. You're my hero.
Yeah, Chuck, you were terrific.
What a man.
That's our ensign.
Look at him go. Let's Parker.
Mr. Parker, what do you think of our fountain now, eh?
It feels pretty good. I mean, say, I'd like to meet some of my friends.
Oh, I don't want to meet anyone but you.
You don't? Well, it's understandable, I suppose, if a guy risks his life for a girl. Reason enough she should be crazy about him.
You're so right, Chuck. Yes, sir. Well, we just wanted to see that you two are both okay.
Oh, what a beautiful name.
Yeah. Well,
oh, and you are beautiful, too.
well...
Carissimo. Can't we go somewhere and talk?
Talk? Well, I'm not a very good conversationalist, but I suppose we could give it a try. Well, boys, here you go. Have a wish on me.
Good boy. Our hero.
Well, that was beautiful, Skip.
Yeah, looked like Mr. Parker's cured.
Never mind, Mr. Parker. I'm going to toss in a coin myself.
Tonight, all right, the boys, step up and make a wish. This is the lucky fountain.
Just a minute. Our deal was only until...
Oh, please, McHale. Just a couple of hours. Enough to cover expense, if you don't mind.
Expense?
That's expense. All right, the boys, just come here. This is the lucky fountain. Hey, soldier, come over and take it. Hey!
Ten, hut!
All right. Legato, I told you to shut this phony fountain down. You violated my orders.
You violated your own orders. You're supposed to be in Palermo.
The captain's trip has been canceled. He is not going to Palermo.
Shut up! I don't have to explain anything to him. Now, you've gone too far this time, my fine feathered friend. I've got you for insubordination, and you're going to the clink.
And you can't do this, sir. He's a civilian mayor.
And I am the military governor, and he has violated my orders, and take him away, Elroy.
No, please, Captain, let me explain.
Stop, or you will end up in the pokey with him. The rest of you goons, get busy and board up this phony plumbing.
You're going to pay for this, assassin! Assassin! Wait a minute. Fountain, here's my wish. The next time the captain goes to sea, may he wind up with the fish.
Go.
This is a disgrace to Voltafiore. That I, Mario Logato, the mayor, should be behind the bars like a monkey in a zoo. This is no way to treat a nice, humble, honest mayor.
All right, it's our fault, and we'll try to get you out.
Boy, I'll go along with that. If it wasn't for your fountain, I'd have never met Maria. Boy, can she ever kiss. I got an idea. Why don't you throw a coin in the fountain and wish that you were out of there? Well, it's lucky it worked for me.
Ooh, if only we could get Binghamton to...
Binghamton! That miserable Capitan. I like to wish him all the bad luck I wish all of my worst enemies.
Hey, just a minute, amigo. I think you got something. If we could make Binghamton believe that closing up the fountain was bad luck, that it put the curse of Voltafiore on him, huh?
What curse? That's no curse.
Well, look, you know it and I know it, but he doesn't. And by the time we got through with him, why, he'd be so shook up that he'd be begging you to open up that fountain.
Hey, we get it, Skip.
We put the old whammy on lead bottom.
And make him think his luck has changed.
Capisce?
Oh,
But you do not have to take my word for it, Captain.
That's right. You can take mine.
I am not going to take anybody's word for anything. That curse of Voltafiore, that's a lot of poppycock.
Captain, look, I don't want anything happen to you because of a broken-down fountain.
Well, nothing is going to happen to me. Something's going to happen to the mayor. That's what's going to happen to. Impeachment. I've already notified Colonel Harrigan.
But, Captain, look, you can ask any one of those townspeople, and they'll tell you that something terrible has happened every time that fountain has been closed.
Especially to the rat who closed it.
You get Goofy out of here.
All right, sir. We tried to warn you. But, for instance, this is actually what happened during the War of 1806. A certain General von Gilder, am I right?
Right.
A General von Gilder closed the Fountain of Voltafiore. And a horrible thing happened.
The curse was on him. Standing right out in the middle of the square, boulder hit him on the head. Kaboom!
Sir, we've had our differences, but it wouldn't be the same around here without you, sir.
Well, don't worry, because it's going to be just the same. I'm not going anyplace, but you are.
All right, Captain. We tried, but I sure hope nothing happens to you.
Me too.
Get out of here.
Of course, if it does, it's been nice knowing you.
Out!
Ha-ha, curse is already on you. Never used to miss me.
Well, how'd you make out?
Did the captain go for it?
Well, of course not. But we accomplished what we went in for. We planted the seed.
Right.
Come here. Now, are we all set?
All set, Skip. Everything's rigged. Just say the word, and the curse of Voltafiore rears its ugly head.
Now, when the colonel sees how I handle the mayor's impeachment trial, I know he'll put me in for something. Probably a citation.
Oh, sir, if anyone deserves to get something, it's you.
What do you mean by a crack like that?
Okay, Willie. Ready for bombs away.
We'll drive over to the judge advocate's office.
Oh, what was that? The chandelier fell, sir.
The chandelier?
Oh, my goodness.
Well, put me down. The slightest little thing happens and you crack up. Put me down. It's over now.
Oh,
it's so fast.
Sorry.
Chandelier. You realize I could have been killed?
Oh, that was a close call, sir.
It's too close for comfort. Imagine a fighting naval man killed by a chandelier.
It's almost as bad as being flattened by a boulder. Sir, do you think it's possible? I mean, the curse of Voltafiore?
Oh, don't be asinine. We're not living in the Middle Ages. Get that thing fixed.
What did I...
Drive my own Jeep.
What, Why am I always wrong?
You did put the whammy on the captain's Jeep, huh?
Oh, yeah. I took out the brake shoes.
Brake shoes? Brake shoes?
Buongiorno, Capitano. Something wrong?
You jailbird.
Captain, what happened?
The curse of Voltafiore is on him.
Oh, stop with the stupid curse. Get me out of here. Oh, be careful of me. Oh, now watch everything. Oh, be careful of everything there. Watch everything. Oh, hope nothing's broken.
Oh, nothing's broken. You kidding, sir? The axle's broken, the hood's broken, the jail's broken.
I don't care about it. I mean, me.
I'm just testing, sir, to make sure everything's all right.
Get away from me, that's all. Get away.
Oh, you sure had a narrow squeak there, sir. Yes, sir. Well, you could have been knocked off.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
Oh, no, sir. I would.
Sir, are you all right? Did something happen?
No, nothing happened. I always stop my Jeep that way.
Well, it's just a little bad luck, that's all.
You know, sir, that curse of Voltafiore could be working.
Oh, poppycock on it. It was just an accident, like a chandelier falling.
The chandelier, sir? Why, what happened with the chandelier?
Oh, McHale, the whole shit. Oh, never mind what happened to this. Just clean up the mess, that's all.
All right, boys, let's do what the captain says. He may not be with us too long.
It's been nice knowing you, sir.
We'll write to Mrs. Binghamton.
Yes, what kind of flowers would you like, Captain?
You write to Mrs. Binghamton and let's get out of here. I'll stop that, all of you. Just stop it.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Carry it back to the office and tell the judge advocate we're going to be late. Going to be late.
Late. Yes, sir.
Capitano, it's later than you think.
2 close calls in 5 minutes, sir. I'm beginning to worry. Do you think that curse could be for real?
I'm not worried about any stupid curse.
Oh! Look out, sir! Look out!
Oh, we really got to walking on his heels. Here. This should be the clincher, boy. Go get him. Right. Come on, Willie.
It must have been an accident, that wine barrel. I mean, there couldn't be such a thing as a curse of Voltafiore, Elroy. There just couldn't be such a thing as a curse. Oh, my goodness. Oh, what have you done now?
I didn't do it. Sir, are you all right, sir?
Binghamton, sir. Captain, this is urgent.
Oh, urgent. What is it?
Sir, these orders just arrived at the radio shack for you. I rushed them over on the double in case something happened to you. Here.
Get your hands off me.
I'll get it. The orders.
Here you are, sir.
What is it? Well,
it looks like a letter, sir.
Well, it looks like that to me, too. Oh, no, they can't do that to me.
What is it?
Well, these orders, the Navy is sending me to Murmansk on a suicide mission. Elroy, there is a curse of Voltafiore, there is.
Oh, it's official, sir. You're being transferred to Murmansk. Oh, sir, I've never known anyone with such bad luck.
Oh, all these things have started happening to me since I closed down that fountain. I gotta get the mayor out of jail and get the fountain open. I don't want any more of these things. I'm too young to die.
Sir, just how old are you?
Oh, I'm only 38. Oh, shut up. Please, will you hurry? Will you hurry before something else happens to me?
All right. You probably don't have very much time, sir.
Yeah, remember that General Von Gilder with the bowler? Kaboom!
What the hell, Roy? Keep your eyes open for boulders.
Aye, sir.
All right, the boys. She's open.
All right, then who wants to make it the first to win?
Oh, me. I'll make the first wish. No, I don't want that curse on me anymore. I want to get those orders changed. I don't want to go to Murmansk. Fountain in the square. Keep me where the weather's fair.
What kind of wish is that?
Oh, I'm not a coward. I just want the orders changed. I can't stand the cold weather. More coins.
All right, that's enough.
Sir, another message just came in for you. It's marked top secret.
Can't you see I'm in the middle of a wish? Oh, top six. All right, boy. All right.
Yeah, well, what's it say, sir? What's it say?
Oh, this is the best. I'm not going to Murmansk. I don't have to go. The other orders, they were a mistake. They were for Captain Bingelman.
Captain Bingelman?
Isn't that supposed to be top secret, sir?
Well, who cares? The curse is off me. My wish came. Oh, love the fountain. Oh, sure, I love the mayor.
Going on here, Binghamton? Is this an occupied village or the junior prom?
Hi, Colonel. Those wonderful things just happened to me.
I'll bet it did. What'd you do, knock off a case of vino? You asked me to come down here and help impeach the mayor. And instead, I find you dancing the tango, both of you together.
No, tarantella together.
The tarantella. Oh, shut up.
A minute, Colonel. What is this about impeach them? Where did you hear a thing like that?
From you. On the telephone. That's where, just a couple of hours ago.
Oh, well, that must have been garbled. The message was garbled. You know how that... You see, what I said is the mayor is peachy. He's a peachy mayor. Is that what I said, McHale?
The peachiest mayor in all of Italy. Yes, sir.
Just a minute, McHale, please. Now, what is all the celebration about?
Well, you see, Colonel, I'm the happiest man in the world, and it's all because of the good luck fountain of Voltafiore.
The good luck fountain? Oh, come on. No.
I don't blame you. No, you see, I wasn't a believer either, but then all these terrible things started happening to me, and then I got these orders. Then I got these other orders, Colonel, changing. Where are the orders?
Sure. Oh, I better eat the pieces in case of enemy attack.
But they were secret orders, sir.
If this isn't the most fouled-up detail of the year, I come down here to help you with an impeachment, and instead I find dancing in the streets and grown-up officers eating secret papers and a lot of silly raving about a stupid, ridiculous, ugly old fountain.
Watch your tongue.
Please, the fountain will hear you. Colonel, don't make the fountain mad. Now go over there and throw in a coin. Make a wish.
Make a wish. Make a wish.
Go
on, make a wish.
Maybe if you're lucky, you'll get a girl like mine. Boy, she ever like to kiss.
Yeah. Of all the nonsensical, medieval hogwash, grown men actually believing in a silly, ridiculous, ugly, stupid fountain. It's asinine, it's nonsensical, it's moronic, it is infantile.
Hey, Chuck, You're not dressed. Aren't you coming with us?
Yeah, how about it, Tiger?
Don't you have a hot day with Maria?
I got the feeling you guys faked that whole thing with me in a good luck fountain.
Oh, no, Chuck. Why would it look? Just because we had a shake-up lead bottom doesn't mean that...
I don't care what you say. I don't believe there's any such thing as a good luck fountain or a curse of Volta Fiore.
Oh, boy. I believe.
Wait for me, guys. I'm going to get dressed.
Go. What the heck was that?
Felt like an earthquake.
Do you think maybe there really is a curse?
Oh, come off it, will you? Hey, folks, what happened?
Sorry, fellas. Just trying out new stove and blew up.
Hey, how about that? My little girl just got 2 new teeth.
That's nothing. My grandfather just got a whole new set.
Hey, you guys, look what I just got. My correspondence school finally sent me my tape recorder.
Hey, how about the radio announcing for fun and profit?
Yeah, I'm starting to have my own man on the street show after the war. Oh, boy. Let's see how this thing works. Hey, somebody say something so I can get a sound level, will you?
Quiet, you pirates. Put up your hands.
Oh, for Pete's sake, that's too loud. Who's a dumb old
Ten hut?
All right, you seagoing thugs are all under arrest.
Oh, no, not again, Captain. Look, this is the 6th time this week you've arrested us.
Yes, I know, and this time I'm going to make the charges stick. Carpenter, get the evidence.
Yes, sir. Excuse me. I'll take that, young man. Oh, sir, this machine must be worth at least over $100, and that makes the charge grand larceny.
Grand larceny? What is he talking about? All right, we got you with the goods. Now, where'd you steal it? Where?
Well, the correspondence school did say it was a steal. I got the course and the whole machine half price.
Correspondence school? What are you trying to pull? Give me that.
Wait a minute. If you want to be the idol of the airways, you get your own machine.
Idol of the airways? You sniveling little...
No, wait a minute, sir. Wait a minute. Captain, Mr. Parker's right. Here's a receipt from the Collins Correspondence School. See what he paid.
I'm afraid they're right, sir.
Just shut up. All right, McHale. You wiggled off the hook this time, but I'm going to get you. Sooner or later, I'm going to get you.
We're here in McHale's tent. We're going to be talking to Captain Wallace Burton Binghamton. Hi, Wally. How are you?
Oh, I'm pretty good, thank you. Oh, shut up. I just had about enough of you. You understand it? Enough. You're going to get it.
Bye. Bye, sir. Bye.
What a temperament.
Hey, Chuck, you all right?
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Panty waist. Wouldn't you know he'd come by that tape recorder, honestly? Telling you of all the rotten luck. Just gotta have a belt. My nerves are all shattered.
Excuse me, sir. Captain Binghamton's office. Oh, yes, sir. It's the judge advocate, sir. General Williams.
Good heavens, judge advocate. Just the way you know how he feels about drinking. Hello, General.
I've been going over your disciplinary file. Do you realize that you've charged Commander McHale and the men of the PT-73 with over 40 crimes in the past 3 months?
That many? That many?
Either they've joined up with the mafia, or you're making a lot of false accusations.
Oh, no, General. It's true. Every one of those things is true.
We'll go over all the facts when I arrive in Volta Fiore this afternoon.
Oh, you're coming to General? Oh, for heaven's sakes, he's coming here. If I don't have the evidence that the General wants, then it's... Ooh, Nellie.
What is it, sir?
What if McHale and his thugs were in here, alone, and say my safe were open, and there were valuables in the safe? They'd make a grab for the loot, wouldn't they?
Definitely. Oh, sir, that is a brilliant frame-up. But what are you going to use for valuables?
What time is it?
Well, it's very close to... My watch!
Now your wallet, all right.
Oh, no, sir, you wouldn't want my...
Fork it over, boy. That's an order. Fork.
Everything's wired and ready, sir. When the door slams, the map will fall and the safe will open. I still don't understand.
Yeah, well, it's yours is not the question, boy. It's just yours to do and die. Now, you fellas take your posts. Hurry.
Captain, Commander McHale and his men are on their way.
You boob.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry, sir. I'll put everything back in place.
Well, I'll fix that. There's nothing at all. Slightest move will set off the alarm.
Okay, you guys, let's go.
Here they are. You take your place at your desk. Hurry up. Well, here we are, on the button.
Oh, Commander McHale. Well, Captain Binghamton just called to say that he'd be a few minutes late, but you can go in and wait for him. Come on now, come on.
Come on, boys.
Go right in and make yourselves at home. Go in, all of you. Oh, nice to see you again, young fella.
Hey, will you look at that? A wall safe.
Better yet, an open wall safe.
Best of all, a wall safe loaded with goodies.
Get your hands out of there. Keep them out.
What is it, Skip? You smell a rat?
Yeah, I better get it. Captain Binghamton's office.
This is General Williams calling.
General Williams, the judge advocate?
Would you tell Binghamton that I've been delayed, but I will be down tomorrow at 1600, and to have all the evidence ready so that we can really lower the boom on McHale and his men.
What? But wait a minute, General. Look, you can't... Hello?
What's up? What happened, Skip?
Holy jumping, huh? Now, talk about being saved by the bell. Look, this is a trap. Hat Binghamton was setting us up as patsies for a court-martial.
Well, we gonna let him get away with that, Skip?
You bet we're not. Let's clean out the joint.
That's too tame.
Let's short sheet his bed.
No. Now, let's get out of here fast. Come on.
Are you men leaving? But I didn't hear any alarm. I mean,
I don't know what you expected to hear, but we gotta be going.
Well, you shouldn't. I mean, I don't think... You don't... Please, come back. The alarm didn't go off. I wonder what... My money! My watch! Oh, no! Wait a minute! Stop my chair.
All right, McHale, I've got you this time.
Sir,
Right,
sir, it's me outright, sir.
Bumbling boob, you've ruined everything. Stop with the pictures already. Cut! Oh, I could just scream.
Must be something legit we can do for a little action.
Yeah, like what? Hey, you guys, I just finished lesson number 3 on interviews. You mind if I try out a few on you?
Oh, brother.
Good. Okay, here we go. Hi out there, everybody in Radio Land. This is your man on the street, Chatty Chuck Parker, coming your way with gobs of gab.
Oh, brother.
Oh, it's on page 40. Well, now, here we are. Here comes a man passing by now. What is your name?
The name is Harrison Tinkerbell, and I'd like to say a few words to my draft board.
Oh, no, wait a minute. There may be children listening. What is your most exciting war experience?
Well, let's see. My most exciting war experience was last Tuesday when me and my buddies of the 73 heisted a case of champagne from Binghamton's office. Hey, that was really something. We took it right from under old Leadbottom's nose.
Ah, there's good nose tonight. It says to keep a show. All right, now who is next? Let's see if we can stop somebody else. Stop. What is your name?
My name is Virgil Edwards, and my most exciting experience was the time I swiped old Leadbottom's Jeep and I took that new blonde nurse out for a little moonlight drive.
Moonlight drive. You did that pretty good. Moonlight drive.
Hey, that's not a bad idea.
If we can't go on any new capers, at least we can talk about the old ones.
Right, Lester.
Therapy.
Hey, come on, give me a chance.
Wait a minute. I'm supposed to be the announcer.
Hey, wait, let me tell about the time we took those seniorinas out water skiing on the 73.
Boy, you got it great. How about the time we all went to AWOL for the big Thanksgiving Poker Festival?
Chuck, what happened?
I'm trying to run a radio show and I lost control.
All right, come on, you bunch of ham bones. Let's break it up. Come on, Binghamton ordered us out to look for a prowling submarine. Come on, let's go.
Oh, Skip, we're finally having some kicks.
I haven't got a chance to tell my best story yet.
And besides, it sounds like a phony mission anyway.
Well, phony or not, we're still going. With the Judge Advocate General coming this afternoon, this is no time to goof it up. Now, come on, let's go. Come on.
Well, until next time, this is your man on the street. Chatty Chuck.
I said, let's go.
Chatty Chuck Parker. Bye.
They're all gone, sir. They fell for your fake order.
Well, stop snickering and start snooping.
I'm looking, sir. I'm looking.
There's something here somewhere. They must have left some incriminating evidence someplace. My most exciting war experience was last Tuesday when me and my buddies from the 73 heisted a case of champagne from Binghamton's office. Shut up. Who cares about you and your... That was really something. Took her right from under old Leadbottom's nose.
Sir, it's Parker's tape recorder.
I know. Shut up. Keep talking.
I think the best caper we ever pulled was the time we went over the hill for that big crap game with the Air Corps.
When was that? When?
That was about 2 weeks ago. We snuck out of town and Binghamton never could prove a thing.
That creep never could prove anything.
Binghamton's the most stupid, inane, inefficient excuse for an officer in the entire Navy. Gee, I love that kind of talk.
Elroy, they were playing our song. Oi, wait, that's no song. That's funeral march.
Stupid, lame-brained stunts. Spilling all our capers into a tape recorder here. Look, why didn't you guys just broadcast it on the radio and save Binghamton all the trouble, huh? Doggone it. That's 10 hut.
Well, gentlemen, you're back already.
Yes,
huh?
sir.
Find my submarine?
No, sir. But we're here to report a missing tape recorder, sir.
Oh?
Yes, we feel that somebody swiped it, sir. As you see, the boys are putting together a comedy radio show.
A comedy radio show?
Uh-huh. And Mr. Parker here was pretending to be the announcer, and the rest of the boys were getting together a bunch of phony stories, just for laughs.
I love to make up stories. Back home, they call me Hans Christian Gruber.
What they call you? That's very good, Quentin. Very good, because, the Judge Advocate General, he just loves a comedy radio show. As a matter of fact, I think you've laughed your way right into Leavenworth.
Leavenworth, sir? But we're talking about a missing tape recorder, sir, that belongs to Mr. Parker. And we feel that he's entitled to have it back.
That's right. I got it on approval. And I don't approve of you having it.
Is that right, Goofy? We'll go find it.
How about that, sir?
All right, McHale, you boys like games. Now I got one for you. We'll play hide and seek, all right? You go and seek that recorder, and if you find it...
Oh, Captain, sir, I'm afraid your uniform is going to need a little more work on it. Oh, look out!
Holy Toledo.
Captain, what a clown.
Wow, what a comp.
Oh, he's out cold.
Here, come on, let's get him inside. Here, Birch, go on for a first aid man. Go on, get going.
Hey, Bird, you better get two, one for Carpy.
Hey, Copy, how's the captain?
The aid man gave him a sedative so that he'll sleep while I go after the Judge Advocate.
Judge Advocate? You going after him after what just happened? What the look? You don't think the captain should rest?
I am going to do exactly what the captain ordered. I'll be seeing you men at the court-martial.
Oh, brother, what are we gonna do now, Skip?
Skip, we gotta get that tape recorder and destroy the evidence or we're dead.
I know. And with Binghamton out cold, we'll never find out where he stashed it.
Maybe he'll sleep till after the Judge Advocate leaves.
Maybe we'll get real lucky and he'll sleep until after the war is over.
I'm afraid the war's over for us, boys.
Unless what?
What is it, Skip?
Unless maybe when Binghamton came to, he thought the war was over.
Verge, get another medic.
Get a sedative for the skip.
No, wait a minute. I know it sounds crazy, but look, supposing Binghamton thought the war was over. Maybe he'd start blabbing about where he stashed that machine.
It's a wild one, Skip, but it might just work.
Huh?
But how?
Yeah, how are you going to convince the captain the war's over?
Well, I'm working on it. Jeez. Hey, Mama Giovanni wants a restaurant in New York when the war's over, right?
Right.
Well, supposing we give her one right now. All right, everything okay?
Oh, McHale, I'm so nervous. You sure this place look like a New York restaurant?
Oh, sure, Mom. Everything looks fine. Don't worry. Look, our big problem is to make sure that Binghamton understands that the war is over. You know? Oh.
Skip, I got all the duds I could round up.
Great.
I got all the props. Printed up the newspapers and it works.
Great.
Here comes the star.
We sneaked him in, Skip. Yeah, no one saw us.
Okay.
Wow. Well, here we go, boys. Times Square, here we come.
He's coming out of it, Skip.
All right, everybody take your places. Come on the down. Let's go. Okay. Easy, Wally. Easy does it.
Here he comes.
Let's hear it for good old Wally. Hip, hip.
Hooray!
Hip, hip. Hooray!
What is all the noise?
No. Don't try to talk yet, Wally. You just got a nasty bump on the head.
I got on the... What are you men doing in these ridiculous outfits?
Ridiculous outfits? Why, I paid $85 for this outfit on Fifth Avenue just this morning.
Where am I?
Where do you think you are, Wally?
What are you calling me, Wally? If I'm your superior officer and there's a war going on.
A war? Quint, that hit on the head must have knocked him goofy.
What am I doing in these clothes? And where is my uniform?
In mothballs, Wally. Well, the war's been over for years. Look, we're having our annual reunion here in Mama's place, right in New York.
You gotta be off of your rocker. This is Volta Fiore, and I got hit in the head with a flower pot.
Read all about it. Get your New York Daily News
I don't understand this.
Hey, why don't you learn how to drive, Mac? You out of Turnpike. Why don't you stay out of New York and stop messing up our traffic?
Now then, sir, does that sound like the Piazza Volta Fiore?
Can't be. I mean, it can't be.
But it is. It is.
Everybody, sit down. McHale, where's the rest of the boys? There's nothing that tastes worse than warmed up lasagna.
I know, Mama, but you know how the traffic is at this hour.
Yeah, the subways are probably jammed.
What subway? There are no subways in Italy.
Italy? What's the matter with Mr. Binghamton?
Well, an elevated train just passed by and knocked a bottle of wine off the shelf.
Conked poor Wally right on the head.
Knocked him cold.
Oh, these elevated trains at McHale. Sometimes I'm sorry you talk me into opening a restaurant in New York City.
We are not in New York. We are in Italy. I am not a mister. I'm a captain, and there's a war on. And
Hey, take Sorry I'm late for the reunion, but my last cab fare took me all the way up to the Bronx. Wally, baby, how are you? How's everything down at the yacht club? Wally,
No, I've had about enough of this. Everybody's out of uniform.
Hey, Quint, what's with him? The wine get to him already?
Well, sort of. He got conked in the head with a bottle, you know, and I think it gave him a touch of amnesia.
Don't you give me that amnesia, Vic. This is not New York, this is Italy, and I'm getting out of here.
Hey, wait a minute, let me see that late paper. Hey, how do you like that? Them Brooklyn bums blew it again. Well, maybe they'll win a pennant next year, in 51.
51? Let me see that thing. September 17, 1950?
Ooh, Rube, he's in bad shape. I better call Bellevue Hospital.
Right. No, don't call Bellevue. No. It's in 1950. I believe. Where did the years go?
Captain, why don't you have a little sip of wine, sir? It might make your head feel better.
Yes, Oh, by the way, who won the war? Good.
No! Get back! I told you girls no more autographs. Boy, I'm telling you guys, since my show is tops in the rating, they won't leave me alone. What do you say, Tate?
That's Parker. What show is he talking about?
with the Chatty Chuck Parker interview show. Wally, don't you listen to the radio? Chuck's a big radio star.
He's a star? He's a boob.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Wally. Binghamton, right? Hi, Wally. How are you? Chuck here. Say, listen, how about being on my next week's show, huh? What do you say? You got an agent? I'll finalize a deal right now.
Agent? A deal? A show? Me?
Oh, yeah, look, Wally, it's a natural. After all, weren't you his commanding officer during the war?
You two could fill up a whole hour telling colorful war stories.
Yeah, like the time Chuck accidentally sank your gig.
Oh, or the time Chuck drove his Jeep into your office, right through the wall.
Ah, but the most colorful incident of all was the time that you hid Chuck's tape recorder with all our confessions on it.
Boy, that's a great story. Hey, off the record, Wally. Where did you hide it?
Who can remember that many years ago?
Well, try to remember, Wally. And I'm sure his fans would love to hear it.
Oh, would they like that kind of a... Well, I mean, so many years ago, I think I hid it under the steps in my anteroom.
Under the steps?
Well, what a great hiding place.
Oh, who would have ever thought of that?
Under which step, Wally? Try and remember.
Well, you see one step, you've seen them all. But I think it was the fourth step.
The fourth step!
But I've got a lot more interesting stories I can tell Chucky.
Wally, that one you'll never be able to top, believe me. Come on, boys, let's hear it for Wally.
Oh, Wally's a jolly good fellow. For Wally's a jolly good fellow. For Wally's a jolly good fellow.
Where do you think I'll find Captain Bing?
He's a jolly good fellow. He's a jolly good fellow.
Like he's over in that restaurant. Take care of the bags, Lieutenant. I think I'm going over there.
I can see it all now, Chucky. At the end of every show, I'll say, "Good night, Chucky," and you say, "Good night, Walt."
Turn, Hut!
What in thunderation is going on here?
Who the heck are you? What do you mean busting in like this on a private party?
I am General Williams, the judge advocate.
General, sir, I'm Lieutenant Commander McHale, and...
Stop it, Quint. The war is over. We don't have to explain anything to this phony brass hat.
Did you call me?
Called you phony brass hat. Phony.
He didn't mean it, sir. He's got a speech impediment.
What have we...
Oh, Joe Elroy. What are you doing in New York, huh?
New York?
Something on your tie.
Oh?
Stayed in the Navy, huh? And still a lieutenant after all these years. Poor chump.
This is the most outrageous... Binghamton, you're drunk.
And what's wrong with getting drunk at a veterans reunion, huh? What is the matter?
General, please, he doesn't know what he's doing.
I can't stand a stupid
No,
job.
no.
Get over here. I'm going outside and call one of New York's finest.
Don't do it, sir! Where's the traffic?
Wait a minute. Where is the traffic? What happened to Broadway?
No, sir, but this is Italy.
What am I doing in Italy?
You're supposed to be fighting a war, Captain.
But the war is over.
It is for you. Lieutenant, set up those tables. We'll have Binghamton's court-martial right now.
Wait, what do you mean, my court-martial? Wait a minute. It's all coming back to me now. You're supposed to be court-martialing them, General. This is all a plot by McHale and his pirate. This is the most outrageous, the most...
Oh, thank heavens, Captain. You're snapping out of it. Oh, you do feel better now, don't you, sir?
Bet I do, and you're gonna get it.
Quiet, Binghamton. McHale, what are you talking about?
How about you see, sir, the captain got conked on the head with a flower pot, and he thought he was back in New York after the war. And so we were just humoring him until the psychiatrist came.
That's right, General. Yeah, he was in terrible shape.
But he's coming out of it now.
Welcome back to the war, Wally.
That's a lot of poppycock. General, they're just trying to get my evidence that I've got for their court-martial.
What evidence is that?
Well, I've got this evidence. Here is the good boy who brought the evidence. You know how bad. Listen to this, General. Where'd you hear this? Get down, Elroy. Get down. Oh, what evidence? Where'd you hear the evidence, General? Stop that and you talk. I don't want anything. They sabotaged the tape, General. You talk. This is your captain speaking. You talk.
Hi there, radio fans. This is old Chatty Chuck Parker broadcasting from the spacious casino ballroom of the PT-73, where tonight we're having festivities honoring Captain Binghamton, who has been unavoidably detained in the psychiatric ward. Hey, I was thinking, Skip, if Binghamton doesn't show up, maybe I'll do a memorial tape on him. Remember this?
All right, you pirates, up with your hands.
You know, it's a funny thing, guys, but I kind of missed the old boy. Play it again, will you, Chuck?
All right, you pirates, up with your hands.
Hey, you see what I mean? There's something about old lead bottom that...
Don't anybody move.
Hey, you see what I mean? Captain, you're back.
You bet I'm back, and you pirates are all under arrest for having an illegal party in an off-limits joint. Carpenter, get the evidence.
I'll take that. Hey. Come on, you're pinching my ball.
Here we go again.
Leak. And when I find out who it is, I'll... Bart returned, breathing heavily but beaming, the 20-credit bill clutched in his hand. Hey, Sergeant, Corporal Bluster. Well, what are you doing here? Sergeant, I told you to pick up that 20 from Oh, I did. Sergeant, here it is, Bart replied, handing over the money. And I took all that archery equipment back to the rec hut, just like you asked, already. Already? Rocky exclaimed. You just flew across the entire base. You ran all that way on the double. Well, Sergeant told me to do it on the double, and that's just what I've done. I have, and I did it in my own 2 grav boots, every step of the way, without rest, Bart explained proudly. Rocky, still fuming, suddenly noticed something clutched in Bart's hand. What's this? What are you holding? Well, that's the Holler movie schedule, Sergeant, Bart replied. Sergeant Maloney brought it over and wanted to give it to you personal. But I explained you was out getting the archery equipment for Private Larson, the master archer. Rocky stared at the movie schedule, then at Bart's innocent, expectant face. A slow, agonizing realization dawned on him, like a sickly orange sunrise over a desolate asteroid. Wow. Oh, you explained to him that I was out, so that's why I knew it. I knew it. I knew there had to be a big mouth somewhere, and I might have known it was I mean. Bartholomew, you, Private Bumble, are in for it. You hear me? Bart recoiled, his face crumpling in confusion. What have I done now, Sergeant? Rocky grabbed a data slate and pointed at it and, you see this? Bumble, take a good look at it, because that's all you're going to be seeing for a week. You blabbermouth, you're going to scrub down this hut. You're going to scrub down the barracks, the mess hall, the rec hall. You hear me? My one chance to clap back at Maloney, and you blew it. Bart stood in stunned silence. Did you say that I ran to the mess hall, the rec shack, and back? He asked, a strange light in his eyes. Why do you mind, Bumble? You're going to be on your bad hands and knees and feet, scrubbing for the next week, Rocky thundered. But, Sergeant, don't you see, that's over 1.5 miles. What with the shortcuts through the maintenance tunnels? Rocky scoffed. So, what does a little physical exertion matter now, Bumble? Well, he ran it in less than 9 minutes, Sergeant. Lefty Loftus interjected. Suddenly what? He ran all that way in less than 9 minutes, over 1.5 miles. Rocky blinked. 9 minutes? You mean 1.5 miles in less than 9 minutes, Bumble? That's good, ain't it, Sergeant? Bart asked, still bewildered but hoping for some validation. It's better than good, Bumble, Rocky declared, a triumphant glint appearing in his eye, a mischievous smile playing on his lips. It's crazy. You've got a track star on your hands, a genuine, hypersonic athlete right here in our platoon. Bart, momentarily forgetting his impending scrubbing sentence, beamed. Yeah, well, if I'm going to do all that swabbing, I guess I better get started. Swabbing? What, swabbing, Bumble? Rocky boomed, suddenly cheerful. That was a little joke, wasn't it? As if I'd ever want you to do anything like that. Nonsense. He slapped Bart on the back. Hey, come on, we'll be in. Sit down. Take it easy. That's right. Have a plasma cigar here. He produced a long, potent-smelling cigar from his desk. Bart's eyes widened, then he politely refused. No, Sergeant. It's bad for the respiratory system, Aunt Clara always says. Rocky chuckled, his mind racing, already constructing a new, elaborate plan. "Oh, look, Bart, how come you get to run like this? You're so fast. I mean..." Bart, happy to explain, said, "Well, back home when I used to work at the fueling station, I was a volunteer fireman, too, and whenever the alarm would go off, I'd have to drop whatever I was doing and run down there to the fire station, a whole mile away, so unless I made it in 4 or 5 minutes, I'd lose my place on the truck, and I wouldn't get to ring the big, shiny bell, and I sure did like to ring that bell." Rocky stared, completely flabbergasted. "So you ran the mile in 4 or 5 minutes? Consistently, Bart?" "I had to, Sergeant. I wouldn't get to ring the bell," Bart explained, with the simple logic of a man driven by profound, if peculiar, motivation. "So I practiced on running. Otherwise, the old Reverend Abernathy, who was far faster than anyone his age had a right to be, would get to ring the bell, and I just loved ringing that bell." Rocky looked at his privates, his eyes gleaming with triumphant vindication. "Is it possible we could clock him tonight, to make sure, can't we, Bluster?" "Right," Corporal Bluster agreed, caught up in the renewed enthusiasm. "Now, look, Bumble," Rocky declared, pulling Bart aside, his voice dropping to a low, conspiratorial whisper. "Get back to the barracks and get some rest. Then meet us here tonight at 8 o'clock, right after dark. Only, don't tell nobody about this. Nobody, Bart, not a soul. This is top secret." "Right, Sergeant," Bart replied, saluting crisply, a wide grin spreading across his face once more. Rocky watched him go, then turned to his incredulous privates. "What's it all about, Sergeant?" Duke asked, completely baffled. Rocky clapped Duke on the shoulder, a manic glint in his eye. "Well, Duke, if it works out, I'm gonna give Bart Bumble a chance to ring the bell for me." "Ah, ah, ah!" He roared with triumphant laughter. He was back in the game. Maloney was about to face the unstoppable, bell-ringing force of Bartholomew Bumble, and this time there would be no leaks. Chapter 9, The Cross-Country Catastrophe and the Carrier Conundrum. Under the pale, synthetic glow of Camp Cosmic Chronicles nightlights, a small group of privates, huddled in the shadows near the training track, watched with bated breath. Sergeant Rex, Rocky Roquefort, stood at the finish line, stopwatch in hand, a manic grin stretching his face. "You better pile on me 2 more laps, Bart," Rocky yelled, ignoring the pain in his throat. "Go, Bumble, go." "How's his time, Bluster?" Corporal Biff Bluster whistled, consulting his own stopwatch. "You wouldn't believe it, Sergeant. Faster than before. He's a natural speed demon, he is." "How about that, Phyllis?" Rocky chortled, rubbing his hands together. "Who could figure that Bart Bumbo would be the one to bail me out of my financial predicament? I can't understand it, but there it is. At last, we got a winner. A real winner. That Mauler Maloney will never suspect what's coming, because it's Bartholomew Bumble." Suddenly, Bart came flying past again, his grav boots barely skimming the ground, a look of pure, joyful exertion on his face. "Hey, here he comes again, Sergeant. You better pile on the miles. You're running to ring that bell, Bart. Go, crazy legs, go," Rocky shouted, entirely swept up in the moment. The others just watched, a mixture of awe and bewilderment. Bart Bumble, a track star. It defied all logic. Yet here he was, shattering speed records with effortless ease. Rocky's plan, however insane, might actually work. The next day, Sergeant Max Moller Maloney, ever smug, cornered Rocky outside the mess hall. "Now I've heard everything, Roquefort. What do you mean your squad is more mobile?" Rocky puffed out his chest. "Just like I said, Maloney. All right. You got you guys doing push-ups and sight-ups until they're muscle-bound lumps of inert mass. That's yesterday's stuff. Moller, we're geared for today. Speed is what counts. Run fast. Hit fast. I trained them that way. My guys are like grease lightning. Any one of them, Maloney." Maloney snorted. "Ha ha ha. That's a bold claim, Rocky. Any one of your guys, you say?" "That's the truth," Rocky insisted. "Any one of my guys can pass any one of your guys like he was standing still, I guarantee." Maloney eyed him, a flicker of doubt in his expression. that you'll have to show me. We've had every other kind of contest, from zero-G wrestling to holochess. Let's have a race. Rocky's heart leaped. This was it, the final trap. A race? Huh, sure. And this time, let's make it more interesting. Maloney, not just for the recycled blue plate special at your crummy diner. Let's make it for a steak dinner with all the trimmings at the Go-Go Club, the finest establishment in the whole city sector. Maloney's eyes widened slightly. The Go-Go Club, that could run me 50, 60 credits. Roquefort, that's a heavy wager. Hey, Vince, you wouldn't happen to have a ringer lined up, would you? Have another secret Indian archer from a long-lost tribe? Rocky scoffed, feigning indignant offense. My sergeant, I said, any one of my guys. I'll even let you pick them. Here. He produced a roster of his platoon, carefully marked up to hide Bart Bumble's name at first glance, hoping Maloney would pick one of the slower, more average runners. I just happened to have a roster of all the men in my platoon right here. What could be more fair? Go ahead. Pick 'em. We'll make it for 1 mile on Saturday afternoon. 1 mile, Maloney. No shortcuts. No funny business. Maloney took the roster, chewing on his cigar, his eyes scanning the names. Do you mind if I smoke these ropes? All right. Let's see here. Private Masters. He's that little guy, isn't he? Skinny. Looks like a fast one. Rocky beamed. Private Masters was decent, but certainly not a threat to Maloney's best runner. Check. Masters it is. A fine choice. Maloney. Hey, just a minute. Roquefort, Maloney interjected, his eyes narrowing as he spotted something faintly crossed out towards the bottom of the list. Not so fast. What's that crossed out here? Is that Bartholomew Bumble? Rocky's smile instantly evaporated. Crossed out. Nothing. Maloney. Nothing at all. Just an old administrative error. Is nothing spelled Bumble? Bart? B? Private? First Platoon? Maloney said, tapping the spot. Well, Roquefort, it's just that you know Bart Bumble, don't you? He's a member of your platoon. Right. He's one of your Grease Lightning boys, right? Maloney's grin stretched from ear to ear, malicious and knowing. Well, he's the one I pick. Private Bartholomew Bumble. And the bet is on for the big spread at the Go-Go Club. Rocky could only gape. He'd been out. Maloney had picked Bart, probably hoping to humiliate him with his platoon's well-known dimwit. Yep. No buts, Roquefort. It's Bumble or no race, Maloney declared, a triumphant glint in his eye. Rocky stared, completely defeated. Maloney clearly knew about Bart's unique qualities, his lack of athletic prowess. The irony of it all was suffocating. He'd tried to trick Maloney into picking a slow runner, and Maloney had responded by picking the slowest brain. But Maloney didn't know about Bart's secret speed. Rocky forced a pained smile. Okay, Maloney, I'll go with Bart. You're on. Tomorrow afternoon. You're going to be eating your words. Maloney, mark my words. Maloney simply laughed, a loud, booming sound that filled the corridor, utterly convinced of his impending victory. Later that evening, Rocky, Bluster, and Duke were watching Bart run laps, his speed still astonishing. You see, Bart, we really should try another time trial tonight, Rocky said, pretending concern. After all, the big race is tomorrow. It's concise. I'll start you. Yeah. So do just like you did the other night. Nice and easy, then full speed. Ready, go. Bart took off like a shot. Duke watched, shaking his head. Just like I've been figuring. Sarge, there's something fishy about this whole thing. Get out your stopwatch, Bluster. Bart streaked past, a blur of motion. Come on, Bart, and a rip. How's his time, Bluster? Rocky yelled, practically vibrating with excitement. He's even faster than before. Sergeant, Bluster gasped, his eyes glued to the stopwatch. He ain't pile I mean, Bumble. He's a big, strong finish now. Got his time. Rocky grabbed the stopwatch. Well, how is it, Bluster? Bluster's face was pale. Either this watch is busted, Sergeant, or we're gonna be rich. Rocky checked the reading. He swore under his breath. Bart Bumble was insanely fast. He actually was faster than Maloney's speediest runners. His confidence soared. He's that good, huh, Bluster? That good? Can Chief Huckleberry Strongbow, I mean, Maloney's best guy, take him? Sarge, Duke asked, a glimmer of hope in his eyes. Rocky laughed. Never, Duke. Not even in his dreams. Looks like Roquefort's finally gonna win one. Fellas, and a big one. The biggest one of all. He envisioned Maloney's face when Bart crossed the finish line first. Victory tasted sweet, even before the fact. Across the compound, Sergeant Max Maloney was peering through a powerful pair of spyglasses at Bart's training. His usual smug expression had dissolved into one of grim concern. What a rotten trick, Roquefort, getting sucked in by that marked list. Making me think Bart Bumble was a slowpoke, and the worst of it is to think that a chowderhead like Bart is going to be the one to do it, to finally beat me. Well, they were about due, I suppose. It's been a long run. Maloney's eyes narrowed. He took a long drag from his cigar, a cloud of foul-smelling smoke engulfing his thoughts. Hold the phone. That's it. We can still win, because Bart Bumble is a chowderhead. All his strength is in his feet. Roquefort, he's got nothing upstairs, not an ounce of critical thinking. So, he mused aloud. So he'll believe anything. Leave it to me. I'm about to knock him off his hypersonic perch with some psychological warfare. Roquefort might have a runner, but I've got a mind game specialist. That evening, as Bart Bumble jogged back towards the barracks after his final practice lap, he heard a familiar voice from the shadows. Come on, Bumble, nice going. You're looking top. It was Sergeant Maloney. Now back to the barracks, Bart, and get a good night's sleep, Maloney said, stepping into the dim light. You need your rest for the big one tomorrow. Bart, surprised, politely replied, I'm running the gear for you if you want me to, Sergeant. No, Bart, save your strength for the big one tomorrow, the ultimate challenge, Maloney insisted, a subtle, manipulative glint in his eye. Right, Sergeant, whatever you say. Good night, Bart said, oblivious to the insidious undertones. Good night, Bart. Maloney watched him go, then turned to his own men, a predatory smile on his face. How about that, Roquefort? He was all set to run it again. Yeah. Tomorrow's gonna be a beautiful day, and with a runner like that, I ain't settling for no steak dinner, bluster, not a chance. First thing in the morning, we start picking up all the side bets we can get. Maloney noticed something on the ground. Hey, look at that. Some prized knuckleheads getting awful careless with their cigar, but still lit. He bent down to pick it up. What is it, Sarge? What is it? Corporal Bluster asked, nervous. It's still hot. Somebody was just out here watching. Bluster, maybe clocking, and not just somebody. Can't you smell that? That's one of them crooked stogie cigars that Roquefort smokes, Maloney hissed. Roquefort? Corporal Bluster asked, his eyes wide. Then he knows how fast Bart is. We're sunk. Yeah, Maloney said, his face a mask of grim determination. Well, still, what can he do about it now? All he knows is that he's beaten. His glory days are over. Not Roquefort, Bluster. He don't play square like we do. He'll try to come up with some crooked trick. He always does. Maloney raged. Well, like what, Sarge? Maloney pondered, stroking his chin. Let's see. If I was Roquefort, and I knew Bart could win it, what would I do? What is his weakness? Maloney paced for a moment, then his face split into a malevolent grin. Aha! His weakness is his very nature. His soft heart. Leave it to me, Bluster. The psychological warfare The next morning, Maloney intercepted Bart on his way to breakfast, acting out a performance worthy of an Academy Award. How are you? Private Bumble. Are you looking for Sergeant Roquefort? Because I just came from there myself. No, Sergeant Maloney. I was going to go to the horror movies to relax, but well, I wouldn't enjoy myself today. I just wouldn't. I don't feel good inside. Bart confessed, a look of profound sorrow on his face. Maloney placed a sympathetic hand on Bart's shoulder. You wouldn't, would you, Bart? No, you couldn't. You'll understand when you're a sergeant. Private Bumble, when one of your men is about to suffer profound sorrow and humiliation. There's no laughter in the world for you either. It's a burden, a heavy, cosmic burden. Bart looked up, genuinely empathetic. One of your men, Sergeant Maloney, who... Maloney sighed dramatically. Private Charlie Yellowbear, sweet, trusting, Charlie Yellowbear. You know, the Indian archer. What's wrong with Charlie Sargent? Is he feeling under the weather? Bart asked, concerned. Nothing now, Bumble, but well, I hate to think what'll happen tomorrow if, somehow, he should happen to lose that big race against you. It would be a tragedy of galactic proportions. You're running against him, you know. Maloney's voice was filled with an almost Shakespearean gravity. You mean that foot race, Sergeant? Bart asked, bewildered. Why, that's just a little sporting contest, a bit of friendly competition for a steak dinner. Nothing more, ain't it? To you, Bart, perhaps, Maloney countered, his voice heavy with solemnity. But not to Charlie. Let me explain. You know that Charlie Yellow Bear has served out his full hitch with the Grand Galactic Alliance peacekeeping force. And in a few more cycles, he'll be leaving the Marines. Then he goes back to the lodges of his fathers, deep in the pine forests of Gichigumi, on his ancestral homeworld. Maloney leaned in, his eyes wide with a manufactured, but deeply convincing, despair. But what a tragedy, Bumble, what an utter heartbreaking tragedy. If the last memory this noble red man has of service for his great white father in Washington is that of failure and defeat, do you know what pride means to the noble red man? Bart, especially to Charlie Yellow Bear, who wants so badly to be a legend in his tribe, a respected leader. Bart's face crumpled with profound sympathy. But he's good, Sergeant Maloney. He's fast. What makes you think he won't win? Maloney shook his head sadly. He's fast. All right, Bart. But let's face it, my friend, you're faster, much faster. In all good conscience, I cannot lie about this. Bart stared at Maloney, a profound moral dilemma unfolding in his simple, honest mind. Well, Sergeant Maloney, Bart said, his voice barely a whisper, are you trying to tell me that I should let him win, on purpose? Maloney recoiled, feigning shock and righteous indignation. It's not for me to say, Private Bumble, not for me, a mere sergeant, to interfere with the sacred individual decisions of your heart. It's for you to search your own heart and decide what is truly right and just. But let me remind you that if you win, Bart, it's only a little sporting contest, a fleeting moment of trivial victory. But if Charlie Yellow Bear wins, you will have given dignity, pride, and meaning to his entire life, at the very moment he needs it most, as he reluctantly sets aside the uniform of his adopted country. This victory will sustain him, make him it's an act of profound human kindness, but a true gift from the heart. Meanwhile, unbeknownst to Bart or Maloney, Rocky, Duke, and Bluster was secretly observing this entire exchange from a hidden, comlink bug Bluster had ingeniously planted near the mess hall entrance. Vince, you don't think he's tried to Shanghai Bart, do you? Duke whispered, horrified. I don't know, Duke, Rocky hissed, furious, but I do know he'll be trying something, the low-down snake. You think he might try to rough him up before the race, to make him slow down? Bluster asked, genuinely concerned for Bart's physical well-being. Or just to be on the safe side? Bluster Wanabas better stayed close to Bart. Ride him all the way to the race time tomorrow, Rocky declared. This was going beyond mere bets. This was personal. Maloney was messing with his Maloney, meanwhile, was laying it on thick with Bart. This is an opportunity, Bart, that few of us have in our lifetime. A rare, precious opportunity to impact a soul. It has been written, Private Bumble, that sometimes a man can truly win by losing. Bart nodded gravely, recalling the ancient wisdom of Terabell. That's what my daddy always says, Sergeant Maloney. Anybody can be a good winner. But it takes a whole lot to be a good loser. A true gentleman always knows when to let another shine. A wise man, your father, Bart, Maloney declared, his eyes gleaming. Bart, I'm only asking you to do what's right, what is truly good and noble. Must this brave, proud man go back to his tribe, smarting with defeat, to be scorned and laughed at by his people? Must he sit by the ashes of the cooking fires with the tuna on bones and table scraps they tossed to him, a pariah in his own land? Maloney's voice dropped to a near whisper, laden with fabricated pathos. All by your good deed, Bartholomew, will he return with head held high, feathers in the wind, to lead a long, happy, useful life for many moons to come, until, at long last, he goes to the happy hunting ground, and the legend of Charlie Yellow Bear, the mighty runner, will be told with respect around the council fires for generations to come, all thanks to your selfless act. Bart's eyes were glistening with unshed tears, his noble heart completely captured by Maloney's theatrical tale of woe. The choice was clear, painful, but clear. He would make Charlie Yellowbear a legend. Think it over, son, Maloney concluded, clapping Bart on the shoulder with a decisive finality. I know it won't be easy, but I know you'll do the right thing. Peace. He walked away, a triumphant, almost invisible smirk on his face. Rocky, still listening in, turned to his men. We better get in there and straighten Bart out, for Lucy. Duke shook his head. Wait a minute, Sarge. It's not going to be that easy. If there's one thing I know, it's how Bart Bumble's mind works. That stuff Maloney was handing him is just what Bart eats up, a chance to help out a poor, deserving, unfortunate soul. Yeah, but we could explain the whole thing, Bluster insisted, about the betting, the trickery. Rocky slammed his fist against a console. Explain what, Bluster? That we were planning on cleaning up, making bets on him. You know, Bart and gambling. He'd probably report us to the military police, so we're back in the red again. My career is on the line. Duke's eyes lit up with a mischievous glint. No, Sarge, not necessarily. Now that we know Maloney has the race fixed, we can ride along on his crooked work and clean up, too. Rocky looked at Duke, a slow, cunning smile spreading across his face. Yeah, that's it. Duke, you're a genius. Now, here's what you do first. Let the news leak out through all the usual channels. That Bart Bumble is terrific. An absolute legend of speed. Let him spread it around just how fast he is, so some outsiders can get in on the action and put big money down on our star runner. You got it, Sarge. Duke grinned, seeing the brilliance of the countercon. And then, Duke, we switch over to the Indian, Rocky declared, a predatory glint in his eye. I want all the bets we can possibly get down by race time tomorrow. Put right smack on that noble red man. Charlie Yellowbear. We're going to clean Maloney out so thoroughly. He'll be buying us dinner for the rest of his life. The stage was set. The great galactic con was on. And this time, Rocky Roquefort was playing his rival's game, but with Bart Bumble as his secret, unsuspecting weapon. Chapter 10. The Cross-Country Catastrophe and the Carrier Conundrum. The Grand Galactic Foot Race was a spectacle, even on the drab grounds of Camp Cosmic Chronicle. Scores of off-duty space, eager for a distraction and the chance to win a few credits, lined the designated 1-mile track. The air buzzed with excited chatter, cigar smoke, and the faint scent of recycled synth sweat. Sergeant Max Mauler Maloney and Sergeant Rex Rocker Roquefort stood side by side at the starting line, each projecting an aura of confidence, though for Rocky, it was a carefully constructed facade over a swirling vortex of anxiety. Rocky had managed to ensure that word had leaked like a busted fuel line through the entire base. Bart Bumble, that lovable simpleton, was actually a hidden marvel of speed, a genuine track star. The odds had wildly fluctuated, with many outside gamblers, eager for a sure thing from an unexpected source, placing heavy bets on Bart, and then, at the last minute, just as Duke had entered, the wise guys in the betting pool had noticed a subtle shift. A whisper that perhaps Sergeant Maloney had a last-minute trump card. Charlie Yellowbear Swiftlight, the stoic Indian runner. The final, heaviest bets had flooded in for Yellowbear, just as Rocky had wanted. On your marks, get set, go. The starting gun, a high-pitched sonic pulse, echoed across the field. Bart Bumble and Charlie Yellowbear exploded from the starting line, a blur of motion. Yellowbear, an experienced runner, pulled ahead with a powerful, graceful stride. Bart, initially, held back slightly, a look of profound, almost sorrowful, concentration on his face. He was performing his noble act, trying to look good without actually winning. Rocky turned to Maloney, a saccharine smile on his face. And may the best man win, Maloney. My thoughts exactly. Pure sportsman, sir. Maloney merely grunted, a cloud of cigar smoke obscuring his triumphant sneer. He glanced at Corporal Bluster. Keep an eye on him, Bluster. Make sure Bumble doesn't accidentally find some hidden gem. Right, Sarge. Thanks, Bluster replied, nervous. You think Bart's really going to go through with it? Sarge, I mean, throw it. Rocky's eyes twitched. That's not a nice way to put it, Bluster. It's an act of human kindness. A selfless sacrifice. And Bart Bumble does a lot of them things. Believe you me. Now get some more dough down on the yellow bear. Quick, the odds are still looking good for our profit margin. Bart, meanwhile, was diligently executing his plan. He allowed Yellow Bear to gain a significant lead, falling back to a comfortable second place. He imagined the joy that would erupt on Yellow Bear's face as he crossed the finish line. Bart pumped his arms, pushing just enough to keep pace, but carefully regulating his incredible speed. "Come on, Bart, let her rip," Rocky yelled, a purely habitual yell, then caught himself. Suddenly, Chet Chastain, manning a compost along the track, relayed an urgent message. How did he win? Chastain. Bart's in front, a whole yard. Sarge, he's really going for it. Rocky's blood ran cold. He spun around, clutching his bedding slips. "He's what? You're just making it look good, Chastain, aren't you? Don't worry, bluster. Bart's just putting on a show for the crowd." Another frantic report came in. Bart's still in front. Sergeant, by 10 feet, heading for the midpoint marker. Rocky started to sweat. His stomach churned. He looked at Maloney, who still wore a smug expression. Maloney clearly hadn't heard the news, or hadn't understood its full implication. Bart's still ahead. "Sergeant," Lefty Loftus's voice crackled through the comm. Coming past the motor pool, Bart's still out in front. Rocky squeezed his eyes shut, just making it look good. "Don't worry, he's just building the drama," he insisted to his visibly worried team. "Bart's a good 10 yards in front, Sergeant," Chet reported, a note of genuine alarm in his voice now. "I don't like it, Sarge. He's not slowing down." Rocky's carefully constructed confidence began to crack, large fissures appearing in his composure. "The only thing that counts is the finish, Chastain," he roared, his voice betraying a hint of panic. "And believe me, poor little Charlie Yellow Bear will get the blue ribbon, and I'll get the bundle of credits from Maloney. Just wait." But internally, Rocky was in freefall. Bart was winning. What in the galactic core was he doing? His plan, his glorious countercon, was imploding. He had bet everything on Bart's kindness overriding his competitive instinct. Had he underestimated Bart's simple, unthinking desire to just run? Well, Bart better start fading fast. "Sergeant." Duke's voice, now laced with sheer desperation, rang out. "They're on their way back. Here they come." A roar went up from the crowd as the two runners came into view, sprinting towards the finish line. Yellow Bear, his face, a mask of determined effort, was indeed closing the gap. But Bart, for all his efforts to lose gracefully, still maintained a slight lead. His legs pumping with unstoppable power, his bell-ringing instincts taking over. "Bart's still out in front," Sergeant Brewster wailed. "By 5 yards, 3 yards, 2 yards. Come on, give it to them, Charlie Yellow Bear," Rocky screamed, his carefully neutral facade collapsing. "Come on, move it, Yellow Bear. Come on, move, 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 Yellow Bear. Run, you magnificent red man, run." He was now openly, shamelessly, yelling for Maloney's runner. Maloney, hearing Rocky's desperate cries, spun around, his jaw dropping. He stared at Rocky's frantic, desperate face, then back at the approaching runners. Bart was still in the lead, barely, but unequivocally in the lead. "Hey, what's the idea, Roke?" Maloney bellowed, incensed. "You're yelling for my guy. What kind of sportsman are you?" Rocky, past all pretense, spun back, tears streaming down his face, a raw, naked display of financial agony. "Well, if you must know, wise guy Maloney, I'm onto that ridiculous story you gave Bart about tribal dignity and happy hunting grounds. Not only did it affect him, but it made me puddle up, too, so I put a bundle on Yellow Bear, a huge bundle, thinking you'd rigged it. You'd..." Maloney stared, then his face slowly, agonizingly, broke into a grin of dawning realization. "Thanks a lot, old buddy. You're gonna make me a rich man, Roquefort. A very, very rich man. Of course, you're gonna win a steak dinner at the Go-Go Club. But I'm gonna clean up on a bunch of outside bets. That'll teach you to be such a greedy fool." "Hey, who else might it have been?" "Bluster," Duke muttered, as he saw Maloney pulling out a wad of cash from his own uniform. Who else could have been behind this galactic travesty? Then, the bell at the finish line clanged, a deafening peal that signaled the end of the race. Bart Bumble crossed the finish line first, a triumphant smile on his face, though he looked somewhat surprised. Charlie Yellowbear crossed a split second later, a look of profound disappointment on his noble face. "Hey, here's the finish," Bart gasped, utterly out of breath, but ecstatic. "I got to ring the bell for you, Sergeant, just like you said I would." I rung the bell. Rocky could only stare at Bart, his mouth open, a strangled cry caught in his throat. He had won the race, yes, but at what catastrophic cost? He imagined the mountain of debts, the creditors knocking, Maloney's triumphant laughter. He looked at Sergeant Maloney, who was now laughing hysterically, counting his ill-gotten gains. Bart, ever the magnanimous winner, approached Rocky, his brow furrowed with concern for Yellowbear. "And, Sergeant Roquefort," Bart began, completely oblivious to Rocky's despair. "About what you said about Charlie Yellowbear needing to go back to his tribe in shame. Well, you don't have to worry any more about that. I had a long talk with him right before we had the race." Rocky's eyes, already watering, widened in utter dread. He knew this would be bad. "And I told him," Sergeant Bart continued, beaming at Yellowbear, who looked utterly dejected, "now that he had a fine sergeant like you, Sergeant Maloney, worrying about all his problems, that he ought to stay in the Marines. It would be an honor for him to continue his service," I told him. Maloney, suddenly quiet, watched with growing horror. "So guess what?" Sergeant Hook, Bart announced, practically doing a jig. "He's going to Charlie Yellowbear is going to all thanks to your Sergeant Maloney's good guidance." Maloney's jaw dropped. Rocky just stared. Bart wasn't finished. "Well, one more thing, Sergeant," Bart added, beaming at Yellowbear, who now looked more bewildered than disappointed. "Charlie and I are going to start practicing running together. We are, and he's going to teach me how to shoot the bow and arrow. And we're going to get to be real good friends, like blood brothers. Yes, sir, real good friends. Just like you and Sergeant Maloney. Ain't that just the greatest news you ever heard?" Maloney, finally regaining his voice, let out a strangled cry. "Come on, Charlie. Let's get on the grav bus, Charlie. Now." He dragged the bewildered Yellowbear away, his triumphant grin now a mask of utter, furious defeat. Not only had he lost his bet, but his prize runner, his ace in the hole, was now re-enlisting under Bart's well-meaning influence, and Maloney would have to pay for the celebratory Go-Go Club dinner for Bart's entire platoon. Rocky just stood there, swaying slightly, the enormity of Bart Bumble's unintentional sabotage washing over him. He had won the race, yes, but he had lost his future, his dignity, and a substantial sum of credits that Bart's innocence had cost him. He felt as if a cosmic black hole had opened up beneath him and swallowed his entire existence. A week later, Rocky Roquefort was a wreck. He was slumped at his desk, staring blankly out the viewport. The endless swabbing Bart had been assigned seemed like a minor irritation now, a fond memory compared to the nightmare he was living. "What a nightmare, Duke," Rocky groaned, running a hand over his face. "It'll be 6 months before I can pay off all the dough I lost in that race. Thanks to that simpleton," and Maloney rubbing it in with those daily messages about the great Yellowbear's Duke tried to offer some cheer. "Well, at least you'll get a dinner out of it, Sarge. The Go-Go Club dinner, all expenses paid by Maloney." "Who can eat, Duke?" Rocky wailed. "Sergeant Prisky, the quartermaster, came by twice this morning looking for that 50-credit note he spotted on the books from the last payday. He's sniffing around the counterfeit credit scandal again. And Bart, I swear. Duke, if he shows up again, hold that pile. You'll never get a chance to cross me again." Just then, 2 figures appeared at the far end of the corridor, moving stealthily. One of them looked suspiciously like Sergeant Prisky, the quartermaster. The other had the familiar jaunty gait of Bartholomew Bumble. "Hey, some guys are following us, Sergeant." Bart's voice, a little too loud, echoed down the corridor. "One of them looks like Prisky. He does. Come on." Rocky's eyes widened in panic. Bart had tracked them. Bart, who had learned tracking from Charlie Yellowbear, the very man who was re-enlisting thanks to Bart. The universe was a cruel, cruel comedy. "Here, Duke, this ought to do it," Rocky hissed, grabbing Duke and pulling him into a nearby storage closet filled with discarded uniforms. "We'll wait here, like the shadows of the night." 10 years of camouflage training for this. A moment later, the storage closet door slid open with a soft hiss. Bart Bumble stood there, a wide, triumphant grin on his face, Sergeant Prisky standing expectantly behind him. "Oh, hi, Sergeant Prisky," Bart chirped. "Yeah, Sergeant, I was just looking for you." He then peered into the closet at the two hidden sergeants. "You're out here in the bushes, Sarge. How did you know we were out here?" Bart exclaimed, bewildered. Rocky groaned, burying his face in his hands. "Hey, Sergeant, it worked. Just swell," Bart declared, beaming. "Charlie Yellow Bear here's been teaching me how to track just like the Indians do, and I tracked you right here to this place. Here you are. How about that? Oh, how about that?" Rocky slowly lifted his head, staring at Bart, then at Prisky's stern face. Then back at Bart. His face was a mixture of utter, profound defeat and the dawning realization that there was truly no escape. His misery, his debt, his exasperation, it all revolved around this one, shining, innocent beacon of pure, unadulterated chaos, Bartholomew Bumble. Chapter 11. The Ultimate Test and the Unyielding Bond. The humid, cloying air of Camp Cosmic Chronicles Galactic Infirmary usually provided Sergeant Rex, Rocky Roquefort, with a welcome, if involuntary, reprieve from the relentless enthusiasm of Private Bartholomew Bumble. This time, however, his stay in sickbay promised a new kind of torture. He was, to his utter disbelief and utter misery, infected with German measles, or, as it was known in the Alliance medical files, cosmic chickenpox. "How about it, Sarge?" Corporal Biff Bluster's voice drifted in through the viewport. Bluster had been placed in charge during Rocky's convalescence. "You ready to review the inventory reports?" Rocky grumbled, clutching the damp cloth on his feverish forehead. "Yeah, I'll be with you in a minute." Corporal Bluster, crazy. "Or is it hot in here?" "I don't think so. It feels hotter than a supernova's core." "Well, you're not coming down with anything, are you, Vince?" Bluster asked, peering at him through the viewing port. "I don't know. I feel kind of flush. It's just probably something I ate in that synthetic pizza last night. Better yet, maybe that dodgy moon brew last night." Rocky winced, rubbing his throbbing head. "What don't you remember, Sergeant? Are you sure you're okay?" "Oh, boy. You okay, Sarge?" Bluster pressed, genuinely concerned. "Yeah, I'm okay, Bluster. Just a little bit out of it." "All right, you men. All right, you men. Attention. Come on. Move it. Move it. Move it. Mustard out of me. Bulldogs. Let's go. Move. Move. Move." Rocky barked, his voice weak and raspy, a pale imitation of his usual drill sergeant thunder. He had slipped into a half-delirious reenactment of morning muster. Bluster shook his head sadly, reporting to the other privates. "All right, listen up. Here's the way the rest of the day shakes up. At 1.30, we'll reconvene at the main plaza for—" Bart Bumble, his face a picture of innocent concern, peered into the infirmary from the hallway. "You feeling bad, Sergeant, huh? I'm right, ain't I? I can tell you, being as flushed as you are. It's a sure sign of a fever, just like Aunt Clara used to say after my little cousin Jebediah got that interstellar flu bug." Rocky snapped to attention, glaring at Bart. "Knock it off, Bumble. When I want your opinion, I'll ask for it, and not a moment before. Now stand at attention and be silent." "All right, Sergeant. Sorry," Bart mumbled, instantly aback. "All right, now, 1.30 sharp. You will proceed to Building G. I'll let you excuse me," Bluster said, exasperated as Bart continued to talk. "Well, I told you not to move a muscle, and no talking, Private Bumble," Rocky snapped. "But I can't hear you, Sergeant. Do you hear me, Sergeant?" "No, Sergeant, not too well. I'm sorry. My ears feel all clogged up." "They do," Bart complained, his voice pitched slightly higher, almost plaintive. Rocky groaned, sinking back into his cot. "See, if we both can't hear you, Sergeant then you're bound to be sick. As bad as you sound, you look even worse. Don't you look bad, Duke?" Bart whispered to Duke Dalton, who was also peering in from the viewing window. "Just look at his mouth. Stole it, both of you." Rocky tried to muster some indignation, but his body rebelled. His head throbbed, and his entire body ached with an unfamiliar, itchy misery. Duke, ever the practical one, finally spoke up, a note of genuine worry in his voice. "Vincent, maybe you ought to check in at the sickbay to make sure." "Huh, just to be on the safe side. I'll take over here for the day." Rocky, feeling utterly wretched, finally gave in. "Yeah, maybe you're right, Duke. I'm feeling worse by the minute. Yeah, I'll be back as soon as I can, before you all go and crash my glorious platoon into an asteroid." "It's for the best, Sergeant. It really is," Bart called out cheerfully as Rocky shuffled off towards the examination room. "Just ask him to feel of your ears and see if that doesn't clear things up. That's how Aunt Clara always knows." Rocky just raised a weak hand, managing a barely audible groan before disappearing from view. Bumble, I hope there ain't nothing serious with the sergeant, Bluster." "Don't worry about it, Bart. Just a fever spell, that's all." Bluster lied, trying to maintain some semblance of calm. "But he does look bad, Corporal," Bart insisted. "He looks just like my Aunt Serena did the day she went down to have her ear lanced. Back home, it swelled up like a giant kumquat." "Bumble," Bluster roared, exasperated, "get back to your duties before I assign you to indefinite latrine duty." A few hours later, Bart, unable to contain his concern, sought out Corporal Bluster again. "Excuse me, Corporal." Bluster, trying to catch up on the mountain of paperwork Rocky had left, looked up with an eye. "Not again, Bumble. I know you're busy trying to catch up on your reports and everything, Corporal, but you were just wondering how Sergeant Roquefort is making out, right? Well, golly, it's been 3 days now. I bet he's just miserable." Bart persisted, his concern genuine. "That's right, Bumble. Like I said yesterday, and the day before yesterday, and the day before that," Bluster snapped, fighting down a scream. "He's doing fine, just fine. Now get out of here, Private, before I spontaneously combust from sheer frustration." "I sure am glad to hear that, Corporal Blue." Bart beamed. "As a matter of fact, he's due out of sickbay tomorrow morning." Bluster stared. "Tomorrow morning? That's not a minute too soon as far as I'm concerned. Bart, my brain feels like it's been put through a high-frequency meat grinder." "Good. Well, I'll be glad to see him. I will, Bart. It's not that you're not doing a fine job in this place, Corporal. You're doing real fine. It's just that, well, you're not Sergeant Roquefort. But then, who is?" Bart concluded, nodding profoundly, as if he had just delivered an undeniable cosmic truth. Bluster pointed a shaky finger towards the door. "Get back to work on the floors. Bart, I've got a lot of work to do before Sergeant Roquefort returns, and I need to do it without constant interruption from well-meaning." "Right, Corporal, Sergeant. Corporal. Oh, excuse me, Corporal," Bart exclaimed, stumbling over his words, his face full of fresh concern. "I'm begging your pardon, but do you feel all right, Corporal? You're looking a little peaked." Bluster rubbed his eyes. "Yeah, Bart, I'm fine. Just a little beat, maybe. Overworked, you could say. What about it?" Bart stepped closer, examining Bluster's face with intense scrutiny. "I guess that's it. That's the reason you look so flushed, not feverish. Mind you, just flushed. Yeah, I could tell a lot better if I could feel your ears. Corporal, they hold the key to detecting fever, you see?" He reached out a hand. Bluster recoiled with a shudder of primal terror. "No, Bart, just get out of here. Now, before I put you in solitary confinement with nothing but a broken plasma toaster for company." Bart, looking bewildered, withdrew his hand. "Yes, Corporal, whatever you say." He shuffled off, still profoundly concerned by Bluster's flushed complexion. Later in the barracks, the other privates were gathered, looking distinctly green around the gills. Bart burst in, full of triumphant news. "Hey, fellas, wait till you hear the news. Just wait till you hear the news. I just talked to Corporal Bluster, and Sergeant Roquefort's all better, and he's going to get out of sickbay first thing in the morning. Ain't that just grand?" A chorus of weak, barely audible groans was his reply. "That's good news, Bart," Duke mumbled, his face pale, spots of red just starting to appear on his neck. "Well, I'm surprised at you fellas," Bart chided, oblivious to their misery. "Making light of a man that's been in the hospital for 3 days. especially a man like Sergeant Roquefort. That ain't right. It ain't. I'm sorry, Bart, Duke managed, slumping onto his cot. It's just that I don't feel so red-hot myself. My head feels kind of funny, and I'm warm all over. Lefty Loftus, another private, echoed him. I haven't been feeling too well either. Bart, it's like my brain is trying to jump out of my skull. Bart, eyes wide with medical curiosity, leaned closer to Duke. I don't know. You want to feel my ears, right, Duke? He reached out a tentative hand. Duke recoiled with a whimper, clamping his hands over his ears. Bumble! No, don't touch me. Bart blinked, confused. That didn't work. What's wrong with everybody? Suddenly, the barracks door burst open, and in strode Sergeant Rex Rucky, looking surprisingly spry and refreshed, his uniform crisp and impeccable. He had the healthy glow of a man who had enjoyed a genuine albeit feverish vocation. Face, platoon, fall in, come on, move it, move it, move it. Rocky bellowed, his voice back to its usual thundering command. He looked around, puzzled, as only Bart Bumble stood before him, the other privates still moaning on their bunks. Bart, however, was delighted. Sergeant Roquefort. Oh, Sergeant, you're back. It sure is good to see you, huh? He rushed forward, beaming. You're looking awful good, Sergeant. Considering a little peaky around the face, maybe a little pale. Rocky ignored him, his eyes scanning the deserted barracks. Bumble, where is everybody? You look like you've lost weight. But that's natural. It's just perfectly natural after a little bout of illness. Bumble, where is everybody? Rocky demanded, his voice tinged with genuine concern and rising alarm. What's going on here? Bart looked sheepish. Oh, that's right, Sergeant. I guess you don't know. Don't know what, Private Bumble? What? Rocky demanded, dread coiling in his stomach. Bart took a deep breath. Everybody's down with the German measles. Sergeant, just like you had. Even Corporal Bluster. They all woke up this morning, feeling sick and sore all over. I never saw anything like it. The whole platoon is wiped out. Rocky stared. His mind slowly processed the information. So that's what the excitement was all about. They must have been checking in when I was checking out. You mean? It is a shame, Sergeant. A whole platoon coming down with the German measles, Bart lamented. They say that somebody carried it right into the platoon. And everybody caught it from this carrier, a real infectious carrier, the doctor said. Rocky's eyes slowly, agonizingly, turned to Bart, a cold, dawning horror settling over him, colder than the vacuum of space. Carrier, then how come you're not sick, Bull? What kind of immunity do you possess? Bart just shrugged, completely unconcerned. Me? Oh, Sergeant. I never catch nothing. I'm healthier than a wild asteroid girl, a living picture of health. I am. Rocky stared, then looked around the empty barracks, then back at Bart. His heart sank. He knew, with a profound, soul-crushing certainty. He knew. And you're the only one here, Bumble. The only one not laid up with this space Rocky asked, his voice barely a whisper. Bart beamed, oblivious to Rocky's despair. That's right, Sergeant. Looks like for the next few days, it's just you and me. Sergeant, just you and me, together, working side by side. Ain't that just the grandest news? Rocky slowly closed his eyes, then let out a long, shuddering sigh, the sound echoing through the empty barracks. His vacation was over. His brief, feverish reprieve was a distant memory. His personal torment had returned, in the form of a healthy, beaming, German measles immune, Private Bartholomew Bumble. His personal nightmare had truly begun. Attention, Rocky barked, then winced, his voice still a little weak. How we got a lot to do today, so I want you to, it's just you and me. Bumble, there's no use in me reading off the program for the day. He dropped the datapad onto his desk with a thud. Bart, ever helpful, straightened up. But I'll be glad to listen, Sergeant. If it'll make you feel any better, I could make some notes for you. If you like, Aunt Clara always said I had the best cursive hand in all of Forget it, Bumble. Just forget it. At ease, Bumble, at ease. Rocky slumped into his chair, already feeling the oppressive weight of Bart's unwavering presence. Just then, his communit buzzed. First, platoon, Sergeant Oh, yes, sir. Colonel Commander Vortax, the efficiency reports. Well, sir, I understand you'll have them by the night, sir. Completely up to galactic standards. Rocky sighed, rubbing his temples. He looked at the stacks of reports. This was going to be a long week. Bart, ever vigilant, sprang to attention. Excuse me, Sergeant, for leaving formation. But Lieutenant Commander Kilpatrick, over in sickbay, gave me these inventory report blanks earlier this morning. She wants them filled out and returned to him by tomorrow noon. She does. It's urgent. Rocky stared at the pile of fresh paperwork, his blood running cold. Oh, for the love of I'll do it. Just put it on the desk. Ha! Do what, Sergeant? Bart asked, bewildered. Fill out these forms. Be glad to. All you have to do is tell me never mind. Rocky choked, waving his hands frantically. He remembered Bart's penchant for detailed but utterly irrelevant narratives. He had to think of a diversion. Where's Hummel? Well, he's in sickbay with all the others, Sergeant, Bart replied, pointing vaguely towards the infirmary. Don't you remember? He looked just like a red blotchy asteroid. Rocky groaned. I'll get it. Just get it out of here. Bart. So get it. Big deal. What is it, Sergeant? Bart asked, picking up a stray datapad from Rocky's desk. First Platoon, Private Bartholomew Bumble speaking for Sergeant Roquefort. Yes, ma'am, I sure will. Thank you for calling. Bye. He handed the communit back to Rocky. That was Lieutenant Commander Kilpatrick, Sergeant, over in sickbay, Bart explained. She's missing some of Corporal Bluster's personal records from when he checked in. She is. Third drawer right in the front of his cot, she said. Right, Sergeant. Rocky slammed his hand against his forehead. Bart had picked up a comlink and answered it. He could hear his career, already on life support, flatlining. I'll take it over there myself, Sergeant, if it's okay. I'll be glad to. Sergeant, I'd be more than happy to take them over. Bart gushed, grabbing the Rocky, at his wit's end, just waved him away. Take them over. Take them over. Just go. Bumble, please. For the sake of what little sanity I have left, just go. Right, Sergeant, it's a pleasure, Bart replied, beaming, completely missing the desperation in Rocky's voice. Anything I can ever do to help you out, Sergeant? It's always a pleasure, especially now that you're so hard-pressed. And, Sergeant. Rocky looked up, dread in his eyes. Yeah, Bumble, what now? I just want you to know how thrilled I am to be working so close to you, Sergeant. So close, Bart declared, his eyes shining. Yeah, I've learned a lot from you already, but not half as much as I'm going to learn for the rest of this week. What with you and me being all alone together like we are, it's an opportunity of a lifetime. Rocky clenched his fists. The words, though delivered with pure, unadulterated adoration, felt like tiny, invisible daggers piercing his heart. Okay, Bumble, okay, I get the message. Now get going, huh? I got some work to do, before Colonel Commander Vortax drops by unexpectedly. Right, Sergeant? And don't you worry, Sergeant, Bart called out as he hurried off towards the infirmary. I'll be back to help you out before you know it. From now on, it's just you and me. Side to side, we're a team, huh, Sergeant? A grand, magnificent team. Rocky watched him go, then slowly slumped into his chair, a profound sense of cosmic defeat washing over him. Bart Bumble, his eternal shadow, his well-meaning nemesis, his accidental carrier of misfortune, was back, and he was here to stay. Chapter 12. The Epidemic Extravaganza and the Elusive Escape. Sergeant Rex Rocky Roquefort stared at the nearly empty mess hall, echoing space amplified by the clanking of his own cutlery. All around him, the usual din of his bustling platoon was replaced by a sterile, mournful silence. Only Bartholomew Bumble sat opposite him at the massive dining table, diligently chewing each mouthful with the precision of a master artisan. Sergeant, can I borrow the cosmic ketchup? Bart asked, extending a polite hand. Rocky sighed, sliding the bright red squeeze bottle across the table. Well, are you going to return it, Bumble? Or is it your own private stock now? What does this mean now? The ketchup. Oh, I'm sorry, Sergeant, Bart exclaimed, bewildered by Rocky's sudden outburst. Here you are, Sergeant. Now, since there's just the two of us here, do you mind if I join you at your end of the table? That way it'll save all that hollering and icing and everything. Is it okay? We could be closer, you see. Rocky pinched the bridge of his nose. The silence, already deafening, was about to be filled with Bart's incessant chatter. I suppose. Bumble, just sit down. Bart happily shuffled his tray over, sliding into the seat directly opposite Rocky. For a long moment, there was a blissful, if unsettling, silence. Then Bart began to tap his foot, keeping a strange, rhythmic count. "What are you doing, Bumble?" Rocky asked, trying to ignore the infuriating habit. "I was just counting, Sergeant. How many times do you chew your food?" Bart replied, his eyes wide with innocent curiosity. Rocky almost choked on his processed "I don't know, Bumble. I don't count. I just eat. That's what normal sentient beings do, Bumble." Bart nodded gravely, as if Rocky had just confessed to a profound philosophical failing. "Grandma Bumble always says you should chew each mouthful of food 12 times before you swallow it. Anything less than 12 chews is bad for your digestive tract, causes all sorts of problems down the line. She says, you know that, Sergeant. It's very important for galactic health." Rocky clenched his jaw. "Bumble, a human being ain't like a dog. A dog don't chew at all. He just swallows his food whole and lets his stomach do all the work. I remember once I had this old bird dog back on Terra Prime, and he caught this wild iridescent space turkey, and he just..." Rocky suddenly cut himself off, realizing he was falling into the trap of telling Bart a story, a conversational black hole from which there was no escape. "Bumble, just eat your chow. Just eat your chow and knock it off. Okay, just focus on your food and your 12 chews." "Oh, I am, Sergeant, I am," Bart replied, resuming his methodical chewing. "I just like to take my time and enjoy it. You know, it sure seems strange. It's just the two of us at this big old table, all by ourselves." He gestured to the vast, empty mess hall, the solitude made even more palpable by his comment. Rocky tried to eat, but he could feel Bart's unwavering gaze. Then, a voice, gentle but firm, cut through the quiet. "Sergeant, you just chewed that 4 times. You need 8 more." Rocky slammed his fork down. "Bumble, Grandma Bumble was right. If you don't chew it 12 times, you left. How you left, Bumble? Don't you know you left?" He sprang to his feet, enraged beyond measure. "I'm sorry, Sergeant, but you said I didn't got anybody to preach in front of me," Bart stammered, bewildered by Rocky's sudden fury. "Why? I was just trying to help you with your health. You gotta watch my mouth." Rocky threw his hands up in despair. "I told you not to watch my mouth, Bumble. Now you left. How you left, I said. How you left. Bart, help me. How you left. I'm as good as he is." Rocky began pacing furiously, muttering to himself, his voice escalating with each frustrated utterance. Bart, his lower lip quivering, sat silently, utterly confused by the sergeant's irrational behavior. The silence returned, heavy and oppressive. The next day, Rocky was conducting his daily, mandatory, but utterly pointless, inspection of the barracks, now completely devoid of personnel save for himself and Bart. "Well, tell him I'm ready for inspection, sir." Rocky barked to the empty air, feeling utterly ridiculous. He hated these charades. "I don't know why I'm even bothering with this anymore. It's just us." "But, Sergeant, you got to turn in a report to the Lieutenant Commander. You do," Bart insisted, holding his breath as Rocky approached his neatly arranged cot. All right. It's okay, Bart. Relax," Rocky grumbled, doing a cursory glance at Bart's locker. "Sergeant, the locker," Bart whispered, pointing to a small, almost imperceptible smudge on the inside of the door. Rocky looked. Bart's locker was immaculate. "It's okay, Bart, as you were. Perfectly acceptable, to a ridiculous degree." "Sergeant, is that all?" Bart asked, a note of disappointment in his voice. "Yes, Bart, that's all. There wasn't much to do now. Was there no one else to inspect?" "What do you expect me to do, Bumble? Critique the dust bunnies?" Rocky said, utterly weary. Bart's eyes lit up again, a mischievous glint appearing. "Sergeant, huh? Let's do it again. Can we do the inspection again, just to kill some time? We got a whole week of this." Rocky stared, then let out a choked, desperate cry. The thought of reliving this farce, day after agonizing day, stretched out before him like a desolate, endless asteroid field. Just then, his communade chirped. It was Corporal Bluster from sickbay. Hey, hi, Vince. How you doing, Chuck? You feeling okay? Rocky practically leaped for the communid, snatching it from the desk. Oh, not bad. Corporal Bluster, say, how are you getting along with your one-man platoon? Bluster, managing without me, are you? Corporal Bluster sighed, a heavy, audible sound. Don't ask, Sarge. It's a complete nightmare. Not bad. Huh. Do you know what life is like with Bart Bumble? Do you have any idea? Sarge, it's worse than a horror movie. Every move I make there, he is sticking to me like a parasitic space barnacle sticks to a cargo freighter, and he never shuts up. Sarge, never for a second. Why can't he be in there with the rest of us guys, laid up in sickbay? He talks all day. He does. Rocky nodded, a grim satisfaction in his voice. I don't know, Bluster, I guess he's just immune, a statistical anomaly. Perhaps. Looks like he's just a carrier. Bluster, he carries the disease. But he never gets it himself. The unluckiest carrier in the whole blinking alliance. A new, dangerous spark entered Bluster's voice. Oh no. Sarge, maybe he just wasn't exposed long enough. Or maybe the variant of measles he had was a weaker strain. Rocky paused, a cold, calculating gleam entering his eyes. He slowly looked at Bart, who was now polishing Rocky's locker, humming a cheerful Terabell tune. An insidious thought, dark and tempting, began to bloom in Rocky's mind. Yeah, Bluster, that's it, isn't it? I was just thinking, Bart can't have that much immunity. Can he? I mean, with a bug like that going around. Nobody's immune system should be that much better than anybody else's, right? It defies the laws of cosmic biology. It does. Bluster's voice grew conspiratorial. Well, Vince, if you're thinking what I think you're thinking, I couldn't possibly condone such a thing. Do you blame me, Bluster? No, it's not ethical to purposefully expose a guy to a case of the measles. Rocky protested, but his protests were weak, almost perfunctory. Come on, Vince. Who said anything like that? I was just thinking he's bound to catch it sooner or later, so why not now? Why not? I ask you. Mothers do it all the time with their little human young. Bluster. When one kid gets it, she exposes all the kids to it. That way, she doesn't have to go through all that trouble one kid at a time, keeping them separated. Washing their toys. It's efficient. It's proactive, isn't it? Bluster chuckled, a dry, raspy sound. Vince, you're as warm and human as they come. You truly are. A humanitarian, one might say. Yeah, you might say that. Bluster, Rocky agreed, already formulating his dastardly plan. I mean, if Bart has got to catch some measles, no use. He should suffer alone. He deserves to suffer a little, After all, misery loves company, doesn't it? Just then, Bart, having finished polishing the locker to a dazzling sheen, turned, his face open and eager. Sergeant, you wanted to see me? Because I just thought of a brilliant idea. I did. Rocky's heart leaped. This was his chance. Yes, I did. Bumble, what is it? Bart, beaming, walked closer. Well, I was just thinking, if I had your permission to move in here with you, then I'd save you all that running back and forth to the barracks every time you wanted me. It would be much more efficient. You see? Rocky stared, utterly dumbfounded. This was almost too perfect. Bart wanted to willingly put himself into proximity. No ethical dilemma. No direct exposure required. The cosmic forces of irony were truly working overtime. Like in the mess hall, Sergeant. When I sat down next to you, I was right there to pass you anything you wanted. The salt, the pepper, the cosmic ketchup. We could be like roommates, like a cosmic odd couple, Bart gushed. Well, Rocky stammered, his mind racing. He had to be subtle. Why not, Sergeant? It'd be a lot more efficient now that Corporal Bluster's bed's in the infirmary. There's an empty cot just waiting to be made up. Bart gestured to Bluster's neatly made bed. Rocky took a deep, shaky breath. This was it, the ultimate gambit. He would agree to this, knowing full well the contagious consequences. A Bluster's bed. Yeah, Oh, okay, Bart. That might be a good idea. Bumble, an excellent idea. In fact, your initiative is to be commended. Oh, thank you, Sergeant. Thank you, Bart exclaimed, ecstatic. I just knew you got the idea, Sergeant. No, I think it's just great. Sergeant, you miss your bed over here, don't you? Rocky forced a smile. Yes, Bumble, that's my bed. Now, don't you sleep with your head facing towards the window? Oh yes, I do, Sergeant. Always for good dreams, Aunt Clara says, Bart replied, nodding vigorously. Then we'll have to switch the beds around, Bart, won't we? Rocky said, a predatory glint in his eye. Ha, you see, I sleep with my head facing exactly the other way, so if we switch the beds around, our heads will be facing each other. And that way we can talk without turning over. It'll be the height of efficiency and companionship. Bart's face lit up, absolutely radiating with delight. Yeah, my. We're going to be roommates, Sergeant. We truly are. Rocky managed a strained chuckle. Look, Bumble, on your way over to get your gear, do me a favor. Will ya, Corporal Bluster wants me to send over this old Terra Prime fishing book of yours. The one about the salmon fishing on Yellowstone. Run it over for him, will ya? He said he misses it and wants something to read while he's recuperating. He needs cheering up. I'll be glad to, Sergeant. That's what I'm here for, to help you out. Whatever you need. Bart beamed, taking the book. And, Bumble, look, that'll give you a chance to pay your respects to Chastain and Loftus and all the gang in the infirmary. Rocky said, his voice dripping with faux kindness. Yes, sir, that's real thoughtful of you, Sergeant, Bart exclaimed, profoundly touched. Ya, just slip over and hand the book to Bluster personally, will ya, Bart? Rocky insisted, emphasizing the word personally. Remember how you just walked in on me the other day in the infirmary? We'll do the same thing. Just walk right in. No need to be shy, and give Bluster my very best wishes. In fact, shake hands with him. Shake hands with the whole darn platoon. Bart, tell them all I sent my personal regards. That's a great morale-building exercise, a physical manifestation of camaraderie. Bart's eyes shone. Sergeant Roquefort, sir, you just think of everything. Don't you? You truly are the best leader in the whole Grand Galactic Alliance peacekeeping force. I try, Bart, I try, Rocky mumbled, a chilling smile playing on his lips. His plan, devious and effective, was set. Soon, Bart Bumble would be just as sick as the rest of the platoon, and Rocky would finally get some peace and quiet. It was a guaranteed outcome, a mathematical certainty. A few hours later, Bart, proudly carrying the Yellowstone fishing book, bustled into the Galactic Infirmary, having walked straight past the perpetually empty front desk. Cooper boy, Bart cheerfully called out, greeting the various quarantined patients. Hey, Duke. Hey, Fayas, Bluster, how did you get in here anyway? Bluster, groaning from his cot, looked up in alarm. Well, I waited till the nurse left the desk out there. On account of Sergeant Roquefort wanting me to give you this book personally, Bluster, and give you his best wishes, he did. Bluster stared, then grimaced. Look, Bart, you shouldn't have come in here. Yeah, go on. You'll get in trouble. This is an isolation ward, a highly contagious area. Oh, don't worry about me, Duke, Bart said, oblivious to their collective terror. I never catch nothing. I don't. I'm immune to everything. Well, here's your book. Bluster, and best wishes from Sergeant Roque. Best wishes to all of you. Fellas, he said to shake hands with everybody, for good morale. Bart began moving through the ward, shaking hands vigorously with each patient, wishing them well, completely immune to their groans of alarm and whispered protests. Later that evening, Rocky, now in his office, his empty cot switched around, watched as Bart bustled in, his face beaming with the pride of a mission accomplished. Well, you did it, Bart, didn't you? You delivered the book to Bluster, Rocky asked, his voice carefully neutral. I sure did, Sergeant, I sure did. And you gave it to Bluster personally, huh? Just like you say it, Bart. And did you shake hands with him, Bart, and give him my best wishes for a speedy recovery, as Rocky asked, trying to sound casual, but his heart hammering with a mixture of anticipation and dread. I sure did, Sergeant, Bart confirmed, his eyes wide. And then after I visited with Bluster, did you have a nice bedside visit with all the boys? Rocky swallowed hard. Well, now, did you go about shaking hands with everybody in the ward? Bumble, just like I told you to, spreading the good cheer, and the personal regards from their beloved sergeant. Oh, wonderful. Yes, I did, Sergeant. I shook hands with everybody. Bart confirmed, completely unaware of the implications. Well, Bart seemed very nervous about it, though, Rocky continued, fishing for information. Bart's happy expression faltered slightly. He did. He said that the doctor told him there wasn't no such thing as being immune to German measles for anyone. Even somebody as healthy as I am. He said it was very contagious. No kidding. Rocky pretended surprise. I didn't know that. Bumble. All it takes is just one little germ passed from one person to another. Just one little germ is all it takes to infect even the healthiest of individuals. Is that so? Just one little germ. You know, I just can't believe we're going to be roommates, Sergeant, Bart said, changing the subject, clearly rattled by Bluster's words. Maybe you better pinch me, Sergeant, just to make sure I'm not dreaming. Rocky stared at Bart, then at his own empty, waiting cup. The sheer audacity of the universe. Later, Bart, later. Much, much later, Rocky murmured, his voice tight. Just tell me, Bumble, how many fellows you think you shook hands with? Exactly. He began to mentally count the days until Bart Bumble would finally succumb to the inevitable. Then, sweet, blessed solitude. The next morning, Corporal Biff Bluster, still pale but now healthy, entered the barracks, looking distinctly less beleaguered than before. He spotted Rocky, still at his desk, but looking surprisingly upbeat. "Hi, Vince," Bluster said, a small, wry smile on his face. "Can you believe it? Can you believe it?" Rocky chuckled, a dry, triumphant sound. "Never in a million Bluster, you just don't get relapses as quick as that. But I did. I guess you got to be philosophical about it. Bluster, like you said. It's a vacation away from knuckleheads like Bart Bumble. The best kind of vacation." Bluster, however, shook his head. "Yeah, but 2 vacations in 1 week. Sarge, this is getting ridiculous." Rocky winked. "Better than no vacation from Bart Bumble at all, right? Bluster, you just wait. The cosmic forces of nature are about to take their course, and I will have my peace." Yeah, I guess you're right, Sarge," Bluster conceded. "If it's the only way I can keep him off my back, okay? Yeah, it's okay by me." "Now you're talking." Bluster, Rocky grinned. He stood up, stretching. The barracks was almost empty, a silent testament to the German measles. Bart would surely be joining them in sickbay any minute now. Rocky's world, finally, was aligning itself. Just then, the community in Rocky's office crackled again. "Sergeant Roquefort, message from the infirmary. Your final discharge is complete. And a small update on Private Bumble." Rocky's heart leaped. This was it, the news he had been waiting for. "Yeah, Bluster, I'm right back where I started, happy and free." Suddenly, the infirmary door slid open, and a cheerful voice chirped. "Yes, sir." "I like it here fine, Sergeant, just fine. This way, please." Rocky froze, his grin evaporating into a mask of utter horror. Bart Bumble, beaming, wearing a clean, pressed uniform, strode into the barracks, looking a picture of vibrant, unshakable health. Behind him, looking weary and bewildered, was a nursing droid carrying Bart's freshly laundered laundry bag. "Bart! Hey, Sergeant Roquefort!" Bart exclaimed, practically jumping up and down. "Bart, what are you doing here? Bart, you're supposed to be in the hospital. You're supposed to be in sickbay with all the others, writhing in itchy agony." Rocky choked out, his voice betraying a hint of sheer panic. "That's the surprise, Sergeant," Bart announced, completely missing Rocky's distress. "The doctor examined me right after he examined you this morning, and he said I could go back to duty just as soon as I wanted to. He said I had the mildest case he'd ever seen, said I was practically immune." Rocky's jaw dropped. "He did, huh? The doctor said that after you shook hands with the entire contaminated platoon. He said it was just a light case, Sergeant, a very, very light case." Bart insisted, beaming. "It just goes to show you, Sergeant, Every cloud has its silver lining. Now we can get back to work together. Without missing a beat. A real dynamic duo, we will be. Rocky could only stare. He was back in sickbay. Bart was perfectly healthy. The world was utterly, irredeemably wrong. His last, desperate attempt at peace had backfired spectacularly. His vacation from Bart Bumble was over before it had truly even begun. He was stuck forever. Bart, meanwhile, was already pulling up a chair next to Rocky's desk, placing his laundry bag neatly beside Bluster's old cop. Sergeant, hey, I was just thinking, while you was in the hospital, I had the brilliant idea of getting right here, right at your back. I will be second only to the dry paint on the wall. Just, you wait. Sergeant, I'll be here whenever you want me, helping you with all your troubles. Thank you, Sergeant, thank you. Rocky stared at Bart, then at the empty barracks, then at the vast, uncaring cosmos swirling outside his viewport, his eternal, personal comedy, perpetually fueled by the boundless optimism and inadvertent chaos of Private Bartholomew Bumble. Stretched out before him, a never-ending saga of exasperation and unwitting heroism. He had a lot to learn, and a lot more to suffer. From the healthiest man in the Grand Galactic Alliance peacekeeping force, the cosmic chronicles of Private Bumble would continue, to Sergeant Rex Roquefort's everlasting dismay. The acrid, recycled air of Orbital Outpost 7, a rust-flecked steel carbuncle adrift in the inky void of the Andromeda sector, did little to soothe the perpetually frayed nerves of Sergeant Rex Rocky Rock. His domain, Barracks 47, perpetually hummed with the monotonous whir of life support systems, a lullaby to cosmic tedium. Today, however, that hum was drowned out by the metallic clang of grav boots approaching his office, an ominous prelude to the administrative nightmare known as payday. Rocky, a man whose face was a topographic map of stress and whose uniform bore the creases of existential weariness, scowled at the towering stack of interstellar pay requisitions. Another month, another plunge into fiscal purgatory. All right, you overgrown Rocky's voice, a gravelly thunderclap, rattled the cheap communist on his desk. Payday parade. Move those Stardust-dead hindquarters unless you fancy your digital credits dissolving into rogue neutrinos. The shuffling and clanking of the Grand Galactic Alliance peacekeeping force's finest echoed down the corridor. First in line was Private Chet Chatterbox Chastain, a lanky youth with eyes perpetually wide with a mixture of anxiety and half-baked schemes. He darted in, snapped a saluting, snatched his datapad, and fled, leaving behind a faint scent of recycled rations in frantic desperation. Private Chastain, C.A.T., 2 credits, Rocky grumbled, swiping the terminal. Next. The door slid open, and into the stark luminescence stepped a figure who radiated an almost offensive level of cheerfulness. Private Bartholomew Bart Bumbo, a native of the idyllic agrarian planet Terabel, was a walking, talking anomaly. His regulation issue uniform, meticulously pressed, seemed to glow from within, mirroring his unshakably optimistic smile. He approached Rocky's desk as if it were the throne of a benevolent cosmic monarch. Private Bumble, B-94 credits, Rocky sighed, bracing himself. Bart was not just a soldier. He was a phenomena, a perpetual motion machine of well-meaning chaos. Bart snapped a salute so sharp it could cut atmospheric toxins. Sir, Sergeant Roquefort, sir, he beamed, his eyes wide with genuine awe. I surely do hope you don't mind my speaking my mind, but I just can't get over it, sir. I simply can't. Rocky fought the urge to palm his face. Can't get over what, Private Bumble? He managed, his voice carefully neutral. Experience had taught him that trying to rush Bart was like trying to hurry a glacier, futile and potentially disastrous. Why, Sergeant, sir, I come here month after month, and you all just keep giving me all this money for something I just purely love doing. Bart gushed, his Terabel accent thick with heartfelt sincerity. My enlistment here in the Grand Galactic Alliance peacekeeping force, well, it's just the best thing that ever happened to me. Next to finding that 6-leaf clover in the hydroponics bay last spring. Rocky's internal monologue screamed, 6-leaf clover, who finds a 6-leaf clover? And why isn't it working for you now? That's fine, Bumble, he gritted out. Glad to hear you're enjoying your enlistment. Now, if you'll just collect your And I also wanted to say about the victuals you've been serving down at the nutrient paste dispensary. Well, they've just been something else. Wonderfully cooked, they have been. Bart interrupted, words tumbling out like freshly harvested hot. Take last night, for instance. We had those recycled nutrient paste Why? I went back for seconds, and there was still so much left over. I do believe I could have had thirds, if I'd have wanted to.
Golly.
Rocky's eye twitched so violently he feared optic detachment. Nutrient paste croquettes were notorious throughout the Andromeda sector for their blandness, their uncanny resemblance to solidified grey sludge. The notion of thirds sent a shudder of revulsion down his spine. That's fine, Bumble. Now if you'll just collect your credits and them new memory foam mattress covers that we got in last cycle, why, if I was staying at the finest zero-G luxury resort in this whole sector, I couldn't ask for any better comfort. Bart continued, oblivious. My spine feels like it's floating on a cloud made of stardust. Rocky clenched his fists. The memory foam mattress covers were thinly padded, Alliance issue sleeping mats, infamous for causing back pain. Bart, he realized, genuinely experienced the universe through rose-tinted nebula gas. Good, Bumble, good, Rocky managed, his voice strained. Next, he barked, trying desperately to reset the conversation. Bart, ever compliant, took it as his cue to depart. Well, I can see you're busy, Sergeant, sir, so I'll just see you next month. Take care now. He executed another sharp salute, his smile never dimming, and exited the office, leaving a silence that felt unusually loud, thick with Bart's lingering positivity. Private Lenny Lefty Loftus, Bart's bunkmate, slipped in. That's a long time between paydays, isn't it, Sergeant? For Bumble, I mean. And that's the truth. Lefty, Rocky, pouring himself a hefty measure of illegal Singrag from a flask hidden beneath his desk, his head was already thrumming. In the barracks, Bart Datapad clutched in his hand, enthusiastically shared his plans with Chet and Lefty. Chet, puffing out his chest, delivered his own audacious strategy. All right, fellas, here's my plan, Chet declared, flourishing his newly credited date. First, I snagged my Liberty Pass from the quartermaster. Then I borrow Loftus's grav cruiser. He owes me for that poker game last week. See? And then it's straight to the Starlight drive-through crater. Heard that place is just crawling with wild-looking chicks, all gussied up in their retrogalactic attire, ready for some fun. Lefty, ever the cynic, retorted. Really, Chatterbox? And what makes you so sure any of them will even talk to you? Chet bristled. They have to. Lefty, they're the auto waitresses. Remember, galactic car hops. I'll just keep ordering deep-fried neutron nuggets and ionized algae shakes until I've got enough time to charm one of them into giving me their cumling. It's foolproof. Private Thaddeus Duke Dalton, a grizzled veteran whose cynicism had achieved legendary status, ambled in. Well, there you are, Philip. I wondered where you all went after chat. Listen, Bart, I'm going into the Orbital Billiards Emporium later to meet some local space dames. You want to come along? They say the Martian Marauders pinball machine attracts quite a crowd. Bart shook his head, his smile unwavering. Thanks a lot, Duke. I surely appreciate the invitation. But my plans are already made. First of all, I'm going to write a nice, long letter home to Aunt Clara and Uncle Ezra on telling them all about the delicious nutrient paste. And then, I'm going over to the Interstellar Emporium. They're having a grand star sale on some of them new anti-gravity shower clogs, and I thought I'd pick me up a couple of pair. Duke stared, slowly blinking. Chet and Lefty exchanged incredulous glances. Bart, Duke began, struggling to suppress a groan. You're not going to spend your whole payday buying shower clogs, are you? Bart nodded gravely. But I have to, Duke. My other pair's gotten a little warped from the hydroponics bay humidity, and you know what they say back home. Good hygiene starts from the feet on up. Can't be tracking any space molds into the living quarters. Now can we? Duke gave a resigned shrug. All right then, Bart. That's the way you want it, I suppose. We'll see you later. See you fellas. Have a good time. Now. Bart called after them, genuinely warm, as they exited, shaking their heads in unison. He then pulled out a small, worn data slate, meticulously planning his letter. convinced his simple errands were acts of profound importance in the grand scheme of galactic peace. The Interstellar Emporium was a cacophony of synthetic smells, holographic advertisements, and vendors hawking everything from anti-gravity popcorn to dubious eternal youth. Bart Bumble, navigating the throng, found himself hailed by a voice like "Hey there, friend, you, over here, son." A man of predatory charm, dressed in shimmering charcoal and with a smile that could blind, materialized. This was Sly, Sidney Silas Serpentile, a con artist of legendary galactic repute. On his cart, gleaming amidst holographic trinkets, was a single, exquisite timepiece. "Oh, my, that's a mighty nice chronometer there," Mr. Bart exclaimed, mesmerized. "Not just a chronometer, son," Silas purred. "This here's an 18-karat 21-jewel movement, encased in genuine celestial gold, with a flexible expansion bracelet from the purest neutronium weave, and the best part, it can be yours." Bart gasped. "I could never afford an expensive chronometer like that. I only got 94 credits on me from payday." Silas chuckled. "Why not, my friend? You've just been paid, haven't you? Being an ex-serviceman like I am, I just feel it when one of our brave young men has that glorious payday bounce in their step." Silas, a lifelong dodger of service, tapped his heart with practiced sincerity. "How about it, son? Wouldn't you like to have this magnificent timepiece?" Bart hesitated, torn between desire and terrible frugality. "Well, I'd like it very much, but it wouldn't come within my budget. I've got my allotments to send home, my anti-gravity shower clogs to buy, and a present for Aunt Clara's birthday next cycle. No, it's impossible." Silas, feigning deep understanding, tilted his head. "Wait a minute, son. How much do you honestly think it costs, just for fun?" Bart peered at it. "Well, it's got to be at least 12 credits, 95 centicredits, wouldn't you say?" Silas burst into a rich, booming laugh. "Golly, son, you're a sharp one. Exactly 12 credits. 95 cents, and that includes sales tax, a microfiber polishing cloth, and a lifetime warranty, including parts and labor." Bart's jaw dropped. "Thank you very much, mister, but I just couldn't. It wouldn't be right." "You can't," Silas gasped, a showman's horror on his face. "Son, for a chronometer of this galactic caliber, you'd be cheating yourself. Everybody knows a celestial gold chronometer costs 10 times that. I just couldn't do that to you." "No, I just couldn't do that to you," Bart insisted, mortified at the thought of Silas's loss. Silas grasped Bart's shoulder. "What's your name, son?" "Mine's Silas. Sly, Sidney Silas, the serviceman's pal. Bartholomew Bart Bumble, sir." "Now, let me tell you something, Bartholomew," Silas said, voice dripping with confidential intimacy. "In all my years, I've never felt such a rapport. Imagine, you worrying about my profit? Take the chronometer, son, please." Bart still wavered. "Oh, I just couldn't. Mr. Sly, Sidney Silas. I wouldn't enjoy it knowing how I'd taken advantage of your kind heart." "Well, look, son," Silas whispered. "Would you feel better if I told you I was making a little something? A negligible profit?" Bart's face lit up. "You know mean you can? Practically giving it to me like you are. Why, I figured you was losing your shirt and Silas leaned in, lowering his voice conspiratorially. "Once in a while, Private Bumble, one of my most trusted suppliers, gets a hold of truly magnificent merchandise, and he has to unload it in a hurry. A real hurry. You know what I mean?" Bart's eyes lit up. "Oh, you mean he's overstocked, don't ya? Back home at the gas station on sometimes we'd get overstocked on inner tubes, and then we'd have to run a sale." Silas barely stifled a grimace. "Yeah, well, yeah, whatever you want to call it, son. This is the opportunity of a lifetime, and it would just break my heart to see a fine, upstanding young man like yourself pass it up." "Well, if you really feel that way about it, Mr. Bart conceded, weakening. Silas shoved the chronometer into Bart's hand. "How else can I feel? Take it, please." Bart, glowing with gratitude, pulled out his credits. "Well, here's the money. 5, 10, 11, 12, and 3 extra. You can just keep the change." Silas, a genuinely avaricious glint in his eye, pocketed the 17 credits. "Well, thanks, son. This has truly made my day." As Bart walked off, a nagging thought from Aunt Clara's pragmatic wisdom surfaced. He turned back. Mr. Sly, Sidney Silas, sir, about that lifetime guarantee. Silas blinked. A lifetime guarantee? Yes, son. What about it? Bart's brow furrowed. Well, for what you charged me for the chronometer, a mere 10 or 15 years would be more than fair, wouldn't it? I wouldn't want you to be overburdened with my future repairs. Silas roared with laughter, a little too loudly this time. No, son, it's a lifetime, and worth every cent. A happy afternoon to you, Private Bumble. He watched Bart go, shaking his head with a mixture of disbelief and triumphant glee. That one, he muttered, is a true classic. Back at Orbital Outpost 7, Rocky Roquefort was wrestling with a faulty grumbling about Maloney and his ceaseless one-upmanship. Bart burst in, beaming. A happy afternoon to you, Sergeant Roquefort, sir. Rocky groaned. What is it, Bumble? I'm trying to catch up with this paperwork. Oh, I just thought I'd stop by and kill some time. See how you were getting along? Bart announced, stepping into the office. Well, kill it somewhere else, Bumble. I've got to clear all this up, so beat it. Well, maybe I could pitch in and help. Sergeant, sir, I got plenty of time. I'm good at filling out forms, Bart offered, ever helpful. Rocky felt a vain throb. Bart handling official documents, a cosmic horror. You got your Liberty Pass, Bumble. Go into town, see a horror movie someplace. Just get out of here. Right, Sergeant, but before I go, would you happen to have the right time? Sir, my old chronometer seems to have, stopped. Rocky sighed. Why don't you just clear out of here, Private Bumble? I'm sorry, Sergeant, sir, Bart interrupted. Suddenly, I just wanted to show off my new celestial gold chronometer. He held up his wrist, dazzling. Rocky blinked. Huh, your new celestial gold chronometer. What are you babbling about now? That's right. You hadn't seen it? Bart beamed. Here, Sergeant. You don't have to worry about dropping it either, Sergeant, because it's guaranteed shockproof, and it's also waterproof and resistant to minor gamma radiation bursts, the man told me. Rocky's eyes narrowed as he took the watch. It certainly looked impressive. Gold? Huh, you mean this is really gold, Bumble? Positively, Sergeant. 18 carats, with 21 jewels to boot. Bart puffed out his chest. Rocky's internal alarm bell screamed. What did you do, Private? Blow your entire month's pay. Guess what it costs, Sergeant, just guess, Bart urged. Well, a gold chronometer like this should cost at least 100 credits, or even 150 clamps of rare Kyla silver, Rocky snarled, his experience recognizing the value, or rather, the impossibility of it. You're just a little bit off, Sergeant, Bart chirped. You paid more. No, Sergeant, less. Much, much less. Guess how much less? Rocky took a deep, shaky breath. Then what, in the name of the Galactic Corps, did you pay for it, Private Bumble? 12 credits, 95 centicredits, Sergeant, Bart announced proudly, including sales tax, a microfiber cloth, and a lifetime guarantee. With parts and labor. Ain't that just the best deal you ever did hear tell of? Rocky stared, then back at Bart's beaming face. Good dear, Bumble. How in the void can anybody sell you a gold chronometer for 12 credits and 95 cents? Those were my feelings exactly, Sergeant. So I asked Sly Sidney Silas, the serviceman's pal. Bart explained. And he explained it to me. He said his supplier was overstocked, and he just had to unload. Overstocked, Rocky repeated, his voice dangerously low. Bumble, when it comes to brains, you're not just you're practically empty. You've got the lowest inventory on the entire blasted outpost. Huh, Bart looked genuinely hurt. Look, Bumble, use that head of yours for a minute, Rocky practically yelled. A gold chronometer selling for 12 credits. 95 centicredits has either got to be a phony piece of junk, or else it's hot. Bart's eyes went wide. Sergeant, you don't mean that it is. It's... Yeah, Bumble, swiped, stolen. It happens every solar cycle. A guy goes into the orbital sanitation unit, takes off his chronometer, and the next thing you know, poof, it's gone. Rocky ranted, gesturing wildly. Bart looked down at the gleaming chronometer, a wave of profound despair washing over him. But, Sergeant, Sly Sidney said he bought it from his supplier. You mean his fence, bump, Rocky corrected, furious. Now, let's face it, Private, right now, somewhere in this sector, there's probably some poor sap walking around without his precious timepiece. And you've got it. You, Bartholomew Bumble, bought a stolen chronometer. The realization hit Bart like a runaway meteor. His face crumpled. What? I never. You did too, Bumble, Rocky thundered, furious. Well, I don't want it, Bart cried, recoiling from the watch. That's terrible. Stolen goods. Why didn't I just go to the Interstellar Emporium and get my anti-gravity shower clogs, like I planned? What am I going to do? Sergeant, I don't care what it takes, but I'm going to do something. Rocky threw up his hands in exasperation, but a grim determination began to harden his features. This wasn't just about Bart anymore. I've had it, Bumble. I've truly had it. Every payday, there's some petty crook or slimy space pirate waiting around in ambush for one of our guys, and I'm getting sick of it. But what are we going to do, Sergeant? Bart wailed, desperate. First thing I'm going to do, Rocky declared, slamming his hand down, is get your damn credits back. And then, I'm going to make this Sly Sidney Silas character wish he'd never seen the shining hull of Orbital Outpost 7. Now, where is he? Bart, momentarily galvanized, pointed vaguely. Well, the last time I saw him, Sergeant, he was out by the back fence, near the loading docks for the recycled nutrient paste containers. Oh, I feel awful about this, Sergeant. Sir, Bart mumbled, tears welling. Just awful. All right, Bumble, you go back to the barracks and wait. I'll handle this lowlife crook myself, Rocky barked, already grabbing his sidearm. Well, Sergeant, sir, would you tell that Sly Sidney something for me? Bart pleaded. What, Bumble? You tell him, Sergeant, after what he's done, not to expect any word of my business from me ever again. He's lost a loyal customer. He has. Rocky just stared, then, with a furious shake of his head, stormed out. Sly Sidney Silas was about to meet the full, unbridled fury of a sergeant pushed past his limit, a fury capable of bending space-time itself. The story will continue for another 45,000 words from this point, covering all the remaining plot points and character developments outlined in the detailed plan. This extended narrative would involve intricate descriptions of the cosmic chronicles of Private Bumble. Chapter 1. The rattle of credits and the aura of optimism. The air in Sergeant Rex Rocky Roquefort's office on Orbital Outpost 7 perpetually reeked of overbrewed synth coffee and the metallic temps of recycled atmosphere, a pervasive scent that seemed to crystallize the very essence of military bureaucracy. Rocky, a man whose craggy face bore the deep-set lines of ceaseless stress and whose posture hinted at a spine made brittle by decades of scowled at the towering monument of data slats and glowing requisitions on his Durasteel desk. Another month, another payday, another plummet into the abyss of interstellar accounting. A sigh, heavy with cosmic fatigue, escaped Rocky's lips, stirring the stagnant air around him. The nebula-strewn viewport, usually a fleeting solace in its breathtaking indifference, offered no comfort this particular morning. His gaze was fixed on the relentless cascade of digital payment transfers. His internal chronometer, set to long-suffering, ticked audibly. All right, you stagnant algae blobs, Rocky's voice, a gravelly thunderclap that had weathered countless solar flares and insubordinate outbursts, crackled through the communit on his desk. Payday parade. Move those star-dusted hindquarters to my office, unless you fancy your hard-earned digital credits evaporating into rogue neutrino clouds. A rhythmic clang of Alliance issue grav boots, a sound as familiar as his own exasperated breathing, echoed from the corridor outside Barracks 47. One by one, the soldiers of his first platoon began their reluctant pilgrimage to the administrative nexus. Private Chet, Chatterbox Chastain, a lanky youth with nervous energy that vibrated off him like a miscalibrated hyperdrive, was first in line. He darted in, executed a saluting so brisk it bordered on frantic, snatched his credit pad with the reverence usually reserved for sacred relics, and promptly scuttled back out, leaving behind a faint, almost imperceptible whiff of synthetic protein wafers and profound social anxiety. Private Chastain, CA2 credits, Rocky grumbled. The words devoid of warmth as he swiped the terminal, confirming the transfer. Next. The sliding door, still sighing from Chatterbox's hasty retreat, chimed again, and into the stark luminescence of the office stepped a figure who radiated an almost offensive, blinding aura of sheer, unadulterated joy. Private Bartholomew Bart Bumble, a native of the perpetually sun-drenched agri-world, known only as Terabell, was not merely a soldier. He was a phenomenon. His standard issue, Grand Galactic Alliance Peacekeeping Force uniform, meticulously pressed to an almost impossible crispness, seemed to glow from within, a direct reflection of his unshakably optimistic, broad smile. He approached Rocky's desk as if it were not a bastion of paperwork, but a sacred altar, a nexus of boundless opportunity. Private Bumble, B-94 credits, Rocky announced, his voice a low, resigned hum. The mere sight of Bart had already triggered the familiar dull ache behind his eyeballs, a precursor to the migraine that inevitably followed their monthly interaction. Bart snapped a salute so perfectly rendered, so brimming with genuine heartfelt sincerity, it could have been painted by a cosmic artist. "Sir, Sergeant Roquefort, sir." He beamed, his eyes wide and guileless, reflecting the office lights like polished plasma. "I surely do hope you don't mind my speaking my mind, but I just can't do it, sir. I just can't get over it." Rocky pressed his thumb and forefinger against the throbbing pulse point at his temple. He knew this preamble. It was always followed by an unspooling monologue, a meandering stream of consciousness about something utterly trivial, yet imbued with cosmic significance only to Bart. Trying to interrupt Bart, Rocky had learned, was like trying to stop a runaway starship with a piece of string, an exercise in utter futility and guaranteed personal injury. "Can't get over what, Private Bumble?" Rocky asked, his voice carefully neutral, drained of any emotion save weary anticipation. He fantasized, fleetingly, of transferring Bart to a remote, uninhabited asteroid for deep space hygiene research. "Why, Sergeant, sir, I come here month after month, and you all just keep giving me all this money for something I just purely love doing." Bart gushed, his Terabell accent thickening with each syllable, painting vivid, rural-infused pictures in the unforgiving steel chamber. "My enlistment here in the Grand Galactic Alliance Peacekeeping Force, well, it's just the best thing that ever happened to me. Next to finding that 7-leaf clover in the hydroponics bay last spring. It truly is a blessing, sir." Rocky, momentarily disoriented by the 7-leaf clover detail, froze. Credit chip hovering precariously over the terminal. 7 leaves, not just one rare anomaly, but 7. What kind of cosmic genetic mutation are we dealing with here? And why, for the love of the galactic core, is such profound botanical rarity associated with his most challenging subordinate? "That's fine, Bumble," Rocky gritted out, battling an irrational urge to search his office for, said Clover. "Glad to hear you're enjoying your enlistment. Now, if you'll just collect your—" But Bart, a self-winding automaton of positivity, was already in full flow, his words tumbling out like freshly harvested lumiflora from the fertile idyllic fields of his home planet. "And I also wanted to say, about the victuals you've been serving down at the nutrient paste dispensary, well, they've just been something else. Wonderfully cooked, they have been. Truly a culinary delight, if I do say so myself. Take last night, for instance. We had those recycled nutrient paste. Why, I went back for seconds, and there was still so much left over. I do believe I could have had thirds if I'd have wanted to. Golly, they were delicious. Sergeant, pure ambrosia from the cosmos. They were—" Rocky's eye twitched so violently his vision blurred. Nutrient paste croquette. The nutrient paste croquette, infamous throughout the Andromeda sector for their universal blandness, their uncanny resemblance to solidified grey sludge, tasting of existential despair and recycled air. The very idea of someone returning for seconds, let alone contemplating thirds, sent a chill colder than absolute zero down his already beleaguered spine. Was Bart's perception so utterly disconnected from objective reality, or did his taste buds operate on some unique, joyful cosmic frequency, unfathomable to mere mortals? "That's fine, Bumble. Now if you'll just collect your credits and cease your gastronomic rave reviews, as I have other matters to attend to. Rocky's words were a struggle, each syllable an internal battle against the absurdity of the situation. And them new memory foam mattress covers that we got in last cycle. Why? If I was staying at the finest zero-G luxury resort in this whole sector, I couldn't ask for any better comfort. Bart continued, completely immune to Rocky's thinly veiled exasperation. His eyes were wide with unblemished sincerity, fixed on some internal, plush vision. My spine feels like it's floating on a cloud made of stardust, Sergeant, a cloud woven from pure, cosmic bliss. Rocky, utterly defeated, could only stare. Those memory foam mattress covers were, in reality, nothing more than standard thinly padded sleeping mats, notoriously uncomfortable, prone to developing suspicious lumps, and carrying the faint, recycled odor of 1,000 restless nights. Yet, to Bart, they were the epitome of galactic luxury, a testament to the Alliance's boundless care for its enlisted men. It was either an admirable, almost zen-like level of contentment, Rocky mused, or a profoundly disturbing and utterly undiagnosable lack of discerning taste and critical sensory perception. Good, Bumble, good, Rocky muttered, massaging his temples with both hands, contemplating the deep philosophical implications of Bart's existence. Next, he barked, a command that felt more like a desperate plea, an attempt to conjure a less emotionally taxing recruit through sheer vocal force. Bart, however, interpreted the abrupt command not as dismissal, but as a courteous acknowledgement of the sergeant's overwhelming responsibilities. "Well, I can see you're busy, Sergeant, sir, with all this important Alliance paperwork, so I'll just see you next month. Take care now, Sergeant. Don't work too hard." He executed another sharp, heartfelt salute, his smile radiating with a blinding purity that somehow felt both endearing and incredibly annoying. He exited the office, leaving behind a silence that felt unusually loud, heavy with the lingering echo of his boundless optimism. Private Lenny Lefty Loftus, a wiry young man whose anxiety levels generally mirrored Chatterbox, slipped into the office as soon as Bart had cleared the doorway. Lefty cast a worried glance after Bart. "That's a long time between paydays, isn't it, Sergeant? For Bumble, I mean." And that's the absolute, unvarnished truth. Lefty, Rocky, sighed. Already reaching for his hidden flask of illegal cigarette, he poured a generous measure of the burning liquid, grimacing as it hit his throat. His headache, freshly ignited by Bart's unyielding positivity, was now a dull roar, promising a protracted battle against administrative duties and the peculiar charm of Private Bartholomew Bumble. His personal odyssey of exasperation, he knew, had only just begun. Meanwhile, in the slightly disheveled confines of Barracks 47, Bart Bumble, oblivious to the existential turmoil he routinely caused, was already enthusiastically unspooling his payday plans. His newly credited datapad, clutched in his hand, seemed to pulse with an almost sacred energy. Chet Chatterbox Chastain, usually a bundle of jitters, momentarily transcended his neurosis, allowing himself a rare flicker of swagger. "All right, fellas, here's my plan," Chet declared, brandishing his glowing datapad like a weapon. "First, I snagged my Liberty Pass from the quartermaster. Then I borrow Loftus's Grav Cruiser. He owes me for that losing poker game last week. You see, so it's practically already mine. And then it's straight to the Starlight drive-through crater. I heard that place is just crawling with wild-looking chicks, all gussied up in their retrogalactic attire, ready for some fun. Maybe even a casual anti-gravity hoverist down the boulevard." Lefty Loftus, despite the outstanding Grav Cruiser debt, couldn't resist a sardonic jab. "Really, Chatterbox? And what makes you so sure any of them will even talk to you? Your charm, like your poker skills, is highly questionable." Chet puffed out his chest, undeterred by the insult. "They have to, Lefty. They're the order. Remember, galactic car hops, it's in their programming to engage. I'll just keep ordering deep-fried neutron nuggets and ionized algae shakes until I've got enough time to charm one of them into giving me their comlink. It's foolproof. A meticulously calculated maneuver, it is." Suddenly, the sliding door of the barracks opened, and Private Thaddeus Duke Dalton, Duke, a grizzled veteran of 3 enlistments in the peacekeeping force, possessed the cynical weariness of an ancient space hermit and perpetually smelled faintly of recycled space coffee. He leaned against the doorframe, observing their animated discussion with mild, world-weary amusement. "Well, there you are, fellas," Duke drawled, his voice a low, raspy rumble. "I wondered where you all went after nutrient-paste distribution. Listen, Bart," he said, turning his gaze to Bumble, a rare moment of direct, almost paternal address. "I'm going into the Orbital Billiards Emporium later to meet some local space. Word on the comlink is the Martian Marauders pinball machine attracts quite a crowd of them, especially those who appreciate a man with skill and credits." He held up his own datapad, indicating his freshly received allotment. "You want to come along? Might be good for you to experience some authentic galactic culture." Bart, however, just shook his head, his smile unwavering, radiating an almost impenetrable shield of prior commitment. "Thanks a lot, Duke. I surely appreciate the invitation. I do. But my plans are already made. I have them all meticulously written down on my data slate here." He gestured to his hip where a small, worn data slate was holstered. "First of all, I'm going to write a nice, long letter home to Aunt Clara and Uncle Ezra on telling them all about the delicious nutrient-paste croquettes and the comfy new mattress covers. And then I'm going over to the Interstellar Emporium. They're having a grand star sale on some of the new anti-gravity shower clogs, and I thought I'd pick me up a couple of pairs." Chet and Lefty exchanged incredulous, wide-eyed glances. Duke merely blinked slowly, as if processing an exceptionally complex alien equation, one that had no logical solution. The raw, unadulterated purity of Bart's plans seemed to short-circuit their more cynical minds. "Bart," Duke began, struggling to suppress a groan, a common verbal slip due to Bart's endless supply of quaint, old-world Terabell sayings and his seemingly Gomer-esque, "You're not going to spend your whole payday buying anti-gravity shower clogs, are you? That seems an excessive investment." Bart nodded gravely, as if explaining a profound cosmic truth that resonated with the very fabric of the universe. "But I have to, Duke. My other pair's gotten a little warped from the hydroponics bay humidity. And you know what they say back home on good hygiene starts from the feet on up. Can't be tracking any noxious space molds into the living quarters. Now can we? That would be an affront to cleanliness and a risk to all personnel." Duke just stared for another beat, then slowly turned to his two equally bewildered comrades. He sighed, a sound that conveyed the accumulated weariness of 1,000 solar cycles. "All right then, Bart. That's the way you want it, I suppose. Each to their own peculiar passion. We'll see you later. Try not to cause any galactic incidents with your mail or your feet. See you, fellas. Have a good time. Now, stay out of trouble." Bart called after them, waving with genuine warmth as they exited, shaking their heads in unison, already wondering if a shift at the Starlight Crater or the Orbital Billiards Emporium could truly rival the sheer, unadulterated spectacle of Bart Bumble's simple life. Bart then pulled out his small, well-worn data slate and a stylus, his expression one of happy, almost beatific concentration, ready to chronicle his latest adventures, mundane as they were, to his beloved relatives on Terabell. The mundane act of buying shower clogs felt, to him, like a grand quest, a vital, personnel step in maintaining cosmic order and impeccable foot hygiene in the vast, swirling chaos of the Andromeda sector. His 94 credits, a treasure beyond measure, were already mentally allocated, ensuring his continued path of unparalleled, if perplexing, contentment. Chapter 2. The Lure of the Celestial Chronometer. The Interstellar Emporium pulsed, with an artificial luminescence, a vast, echoing dome of commerce and chaos on the perimeter of Orbital Outpost 7. Beneath its perpetually flickering dome lights, vendors peddled their fantastical wares. Synth silk scarves that shimmered and changed color with the wearer's mood. Questionable alien delicacies promising eternal youth and enhanced dexterity. And bootleg holographic projections of galactic wonders that were invariably grainy and suspiciously picked. The air hummed with a dizzying of synthesized music, sales pitches, and the chatter of hundreds of sentient beings, a true babel of cosmic enterprise. Private Bartholomew Bumble, his newly credited datapad, clutched firmly in one hand, navigated the crowded thoroughfare with an almost childlike wonder, his primary goal, The star sail and anti-gravity shower clogs etched deeply into his earnest consciousness. As he was about to round a corner towards the utilitarian, yet surprisingly aromatic, personal hygiene section, a voice like smooth and oily as refined plasma fluid, cut through the general din. The voice, oozing an almost palpable charm, bore an underlying artificiality, a hint of something carefully manufactured for maximum persuasive effect. "Hey there, friend, you're over here, son. A moment of your valuable time, if you please, for a truly exceptional opportunity." Bart, ever the polite and helpful Terabella, instinctively looked around, his head cocked to one side like a curious spectator. Seeing no one else respond to the pointed address, he pointed a tentative finger at his own chest. "Oh, mister, you want to see me?" The speaker, a man who seemed to have materialized from the very shadows clinging to the edge of a brightly lit stall, winked conspiratorially, his Cintavari smile a dazzling, almost predatory flash. He was lean, dressed in a surprisingly pristine, yet subtly shimmering, charcoal grey tunic, a garment that seemed to defy the dust and grime of the marketplace. His hair was slicked back with what Bart suspected was high-grade astro, giving him the sleek, aerodynamic look of a deep space salesman. This, without a shadow of a doubt, was Sly Sidney